This is the old 77 podcast.
Thank you for listening to the old 77 podcast. Go Cardinals!
He was hijacking this plane and he was going to crash it into the Walmart. And is that not the most beautifully redneck? You know, in New York City, when the worst day of all of our lives happened, I'm sure. That was made sense because there was a lot of people there. They work in the stocks. You know there's going to be a highly popular. And then you go and you translate this kind of mentality to my homeland. Yeah. And what is our World Trade Center? Fucking Walmart.
Who are you?
Like this, son.
Hey, bitches. This is old 77 podcast.
It's a safe place.
In an unsafe world.
Impressive.
Warning. Foul language may occur due to the subject matter.
This house is a fucking prison! I'm playing bullshit!
Join our Patreon Clubhouse today. Clubhouse members get early access to episodes and exclusive after-hours content at patreon.com/theold77podcast.
In the galaxy of this sucks camel dick!
Yeah, boy.
Thanks for listening.
Lick on this Big John. Stop it, Dale, stop it!
Yeah, baby.
Oh, stop it.
From the old 77 studios in Jefferson City, Missouri, this is the old 77, and it's a safe place.
In an unsafe, Dave. It's an unsafe.
The world! I'm gonna get all Jewy with it. World! Yeah.
I don't think we can say Jewish.
I don't think you can say that, man.
Too late, we just did. Seriously? Is that like offensive?
Yeah, I think so. You could say like your Greek grandmother who's chewing and choking on lamb, you know, like.
And she was Jewish.
Hello there, Dave.
Well, if that was offensive.
Well, fuck it, we're going with it now.
If that was offensive,
we're doing it live.
So yeah,
but I can think of at least one Jewish person
I
that
can
you
think
and
of the
I
same,
know of
I can think of the same
that
person.
we could use that comment around and she would laugh.
Well, I
don't know. Maybe she'd want to punch me.
To be fair, I always joke with her that I love when she Jews it up. Mm-hmm. She's amazing. I love it.
She's a good sport.
Very much so.
Absolutely. Shout out to our good friend Shelly.
Yes. Hey, what's up?
Gang.
So, what's going on, guys? It's been a while since we've been back. Dustin was battling the Rona.
Yeah. Dustin had a date with was it the Omicron?
I don't know.
I don't even know, man.
I don't know which one they're on now. So how'd you catch it? Was it do you know who you caught it from?
I
the
do.
fan?
I got it from my dad. That whole trip was a disaster from the fucking start.
Yeah, man.
That's terrible.
Said these hands are rated E for everyone.
Before if only I...
That took me way too long. I'm sorry.
If only I had my Olympus cannabis with me.
I tell you, man, I went to...
It would have been such a great trip.
I went on that trip, and we talked to the Olympus people. I didn't go on that trip at all. I stayed home. Talked to the Olympus people. Bought Shangri-La out of their last one. Talked to Emily. She was great there. What's up, Emily?
Hey, Emily. I, too, have tried Emily's product.
Dude, she's got a great product there.
It's on point. Yeah, I'm sad that I missed the
man,
while they were there.
I was talking to her. I talked to her for a good little while. We got all sorts of swag.
Well, Emily, if you're listening right now and you want to, go ahead and send another T-shirt, I will.
Or two or three, it is what it is,
I will wear it proudly because I'm being 100% honest. I have tried their product. It came highly recommended from our buddy
Caleb. Yeah,
Caleb, who is my concentrates guru.
So Caleb was there that day, was like, dude, you're going to want that, but you're also probably going to want this one over here, because now he's starting to know my likes and stuff.
Yeah.
Dude's never failed me.
No, me neither.
I told his boss, too, I was like, that guy knows his shit.
Yeah.
He
it's
was like,
nice when they get your formula down.
I'm thinking about hiring him, he said, so I was like, you should.
Yeah, he should.
You should, bro. You should.
Yeah, so Olympus is, I believe they're pretty new on the scene as far as cannabis brands in Missouri go, but...
It's got a good taste.
Yeah, now, you probably know more than I do, Scotty. Do they just do concentrates, or do they do other stuff,
I haven't seen them do anything else, just concentrates.
Okay, all right, which is the same with my other favorite brand, Head Change. Yeah. Same thing, they do concentrates.
Okay, let me ask you.
Concentrates are where it's at.
I just
enjoy them.
recently started concentrates, I'm branded the old guy up in there, too, because Caleb was like, man, I love it that you older guys are doing this. I was like, You're killing me, but I love you, man.
Yeah.
You're killing me. But anyway, he was like, I know you guys don't want to do this and look like a fucking crackhead. I'm like, absolutely.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
I can
but
see the
is it
stigma.
just me because I'm new to it?
Yeah.
but does that look like a fucking chunk of earwax that you're going after?
That is the
Right?
most delicious
You mean in
earwax
here?
I've ever tasted.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's called wax.
It looks like every fucking, and I don't mean to stereotype, but it looks like every video on YouTube where you
Yeah.
see like they're in India and it's real high humid climate,
Yeah.
and they pull this large chunk of shit out of a dude's ear. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm smoking that.
Now, here's the other thing.
What a hell of a prank would that be to pull
Oh,
on
that would be
somebody?
terrible.
Wow.
That'd be a horrible, horrible prank.
That would.
Oh, fuck. I had something good I was going to say about that. and
I'm
I
sorry.
forgot. I hate it when that happens.
That shit just fucked me up, bro.
But no, man,
Oh,
I think now we should definitely like try another cannabis cup during after hours and try it with wax, man.
I totally agree.
Because we're starting to get more experience with a little more wax now.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
I was
kind of liking it, man. It's nice.
I was in your shoes like less than a year ago. I hadn't really fucked with
So
wax.
fucking hesitant.
When we do that, I would be happy to officiate this one, but
You're gonna sit that one out.
I'm gonna sit it out,
Oh,
yeah, because
all right,
I don't
all
think I have another cannabis cup in me. Because by the time we get to here's the thing, by the time we get to after hours,
Wait.
You see what happened was
it's late at night,
We've already had a bottle of Basil Hayden.
and we've probably already smoked, and even the one time that we didn't already smoke, and then
Made up for it.
it's like too close to being time to get in the car and go, and I had too many paranoid fucking drive homes.
yeah,
Fair
yeah.
enough. fair
During the
enough.
first cannabis cup.
Yeah. Well, you learn and you move on, right?
Right. So I will officiate. I will partake beforehand. During
I feel like
break
we're
even.
Dave and I have become the new Joey Diaz of the group. Like we're becoming a new hybrid dudes.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Because this stuff, this new is this head change I got. Dave sent me a picture, and I was like, "Down, I want that." So I went up in there, and Caleb was up there, of course. And I was like, "Hey, man, what's up?" And I was like, "Hey, dude, I want this and this." And he goes, "I haven't heard of that. Where did you hear from that?" And I was like, "My boy Dave got it." And I'm just looking at the description of it, and I was like, I want that.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Nice.
I want that too. So he went and got him one, set it to the side because he was going to buy it later, and then I got mine.
I'm surprised
so.
that Caleb didn't already know that those were there. I went and I checked the menu because I
Yeah.
check the menu at least once a week. I
I don't
usually
know
go
if
in
he
there
set
on
it to the
Wednesdays.
side or not, but
And like for a long time, they were out of head change, and so when I
Yeah.
checked the menu on Wednesday and they had like 4 or 5 different strains, I jumped on that.
was
shit.
he the one that told you about the head change?
Yeah, he was the
Yeah.
one that got me on it.
Yeah.
Now, does Caleb know that you're the old 77 guy?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
I'm
next-
pretty sure of it after the last one we went to.
Okay.
I
Next
went
time
up
I
in
see
there-
him, I'll have to tell him that I'm
Yeah.
also the old 77 guy. Because I don't think I've had that
Because
conversation
I
with him.
flat out tell him, well, we know the same guy, so we know Jackson, friend of the show, Jackson.
Yeah.
And I tell him all the time, and now we've started to actually have that conversation of we know somebody together outside. He's like, "Hey, you seen this guy lately? I ain't seen him in a while. He's got this hot girlfriend, blah blah blah. Is he still doing that shit with his hair?
Yeah.
Type stuff."
Yeah.
So it was nice.
Yeah, man.
There was a couple dudes up in there that I knew, and it was like going and bumping into friends, man.
Right. And when you find, like, I'm always amazed at the demographic of people that are in the dispensary when I go
I know,
there.
man. This legal weed thing is so awesome.
Oh, just wait till it all opens up, brother.
Yeah. They're saying
You can buy like pre-rolls at Walmart or something.
Right.
Who knew we all had so much in common?
I know. Right.
Yeah. No shit.
Who knew we could chill the fuck out and actually get along?
Right. Yeah.
Suddenly all the potheads don't look so bad.
No, we look like the sane ones.
Right.
No, now we found out that everybody is a pothead.
Well, as opposed
Yeah,
to all
kind
the
of.
all the old drunks and shit,
Yeah.
that like to beat their wife and
Yeah.
all
You know
that
what?
stuff.
I'll take that.
I've known tons of old drunks that were going to come stomp a mud hole in my ass.
Yeah.
I've never
Hey,
been a
You don't see
violent-
that with pot smokers.
I've never seen that with a dude high before.
Nah.
I ain't never been a violent drunk, but I did have a wife once that was hard to tolerate, and I could see how a man that was a violent drunk would not have done as well in that relationship as I
Would
did.
have crossed that bridge.
Yeah. But I can tell you this much. On the weed, I could just kind of like turn it off and ignore it. And
You
it was-
straight zone out.
Is that
Yeah.
like the marijuanas? Not even once.
Yeah.
On the
Marijuana's
weed.
on the weed.
Not even once.
On that demon lettuce, I could
The
tolerate
pot.
that bitch.
Dude, it makes me more patient, like,
Yeah.
with my kids, for sure. Yeah.
I definitely don't want to just like rip out their throat, like, you know,
Yeah.
Patrick Swayze at the end of fucking Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Oh, man, it puts me in
Okay.
a more like playful mood. It kind of gets me down on their level a little bit more. I think.
I think I
It
can
brings
like,
you back to center.
Yeah,
sure.
It brings your vibration back.
You know, by the time I get really into my kids, I've been at work for 8 hours, you know, 7, 8 hours.
Yeah.
It's hard to turn that off.
It's hard to flip from, you know,
Yeah.
talking to adults who really aren't adults to talking to kids who, you know, really aren't kids anymore.
Hey, did I tell you guys I fell down my stairs the other day?
What?
On the hoverboard?
No.
Let's just say it doesn't hover.
So-
they are not meant to hover.
The rest of the family was already up, and they were downstairs hanging out, and I got to sleep until like 10:30 that day, so it was great.
Holy shit.
So I got out of bed, and like, you know, our bedroom, we've got a loft in our house, and,
Yeah.
and so I start walking down the steps, I see my family, I start telling them good morning, and then my foot slips out from underneath me, and I just landed on my ass and slid all the way down the bottom of the steps.
That
You
is
got a purple
hilarious.
ass?
Is
No,
this
I
how
got,
you-
I got a little thing right here.
So is this after you broke your wrist?
Yes, this was after the wrist.
Oh, man, this sucks even more.
It was not a good week for me, man. It's not a good week for me.
Yeah, me neither, man.
Yeah.
We both had a shitty holiday, it sounds like.
I mean,
I had a great fucking week. I don't know.
everything else
What
about
happened
my
to you
holiday
guys?
was great, but yeah, the wrist thing and
dude.
then the falling down the steps thing.
Let me tell y'all this story, man. I've been saving this up just for you guys, man.
Can't wait.
I'm going to try not to just like unleash on you guys because I'm very furious about this shit because I looked forward to this vacation for months.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I kind of know exactly the sentiment you're going with. Go ahead, man. Yeah.
So I go,
Can you give me one of them?
you know, it snowed that morning,
Yeah.
right? And we got, and during the night, the snow killed my battery on my car.
Oh, that happens, dude.
So I woke up that morning ready to go to Mississippi, went to crank the car, nothing. So I called first off, I called my dad, told him what was up because I didn't know if I was going to make it. I'm going to go ahead because he's already going to be checking on me in a minute. So called him, told him what was up, told him what I was doing to resolve it. And really, I couldn't think of nothing. So I was just kind of bullshitting my way. I was going to take a shower and then think of a solution. That was my plan. Well, while I was in the shower, he took off work and was like, I'm coming up there, but let me know if you get somebody to jump start it.
Right.
I was like, oh shit. So then I had to take action like immediately. And so I called my girlfriend and asked her to give me a jump start, and she did, and that fixed it. All right. So I made it to Mississippi, but I couldn't turn off the car until I got to Mississippi, because when I got to Mississippi, I was going to change out the battery and buy a new one.
Gotcha.
So I'm on my way there, and I start to get a migraine, and when I get these migraines, I can't see very well.
Yeah,
I
same.
hate that.
So
I get to
and
everybody.
then there's all that white snow everywhere with that sunlight hitting.
Yeah,
it.
it's
Right,
even
yeah.
worse. Yeah.
So I
Dude,
couldn't
it looks
see.
like you're flying the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, so I had to take about an hour in the middle to get just rest my eyes, recuperate,
Yep.
quit looking at snow for a minute.
Yep.
And so then I finally get there. I have one good day with my family, and then I find out after that first good day, well, with my dad, on Christmas morning, Dad woke up and he wasn't feeling so good. And so about middle of the day, I asked him what was up, and he said he wasn't feeling good, and he didn't know if it was COVID or what, but he was sick. So I gave him a COVID test. Sure enough, he had COVID. Mm-hmm. So I got the fuck away for 2 days.
Yeah.
Because I was about to go to my buddy's house, and he lives with his grandma. So for 2 days, it was 2 days that I got away, and I stayed in the guest room, and I stayed away from my family, my grandma, and everybody. And I took a COVID test, and I was no COVID.
Yeah.
So I went to Reese's house.
Yeah.
Well, about a day or two into Reese's house, I started feeling shitty, and Reese started feeling shitty. So we both took a COVID test. His was negative, mine was positive, so I had to leave and then sit in fucking quarantine
Yeah.
the rest of the time. Didn't get to see my family at all, even though I was in the fucking house with them. How big of a bitch.
Oh, you had to be able to hear everybody having fun.
No, well, it was only my mom and my grandma and my aunt or my aunt, however you want to say.
I say
Auntie.
aunt. I say aunt, but some people say aunt.
Yeah.
Or auntie. Yeah.
Auntie. Come on.
My auntie. Yeah.
Auntie Cheryl.
So I could hear them all talking, and they aren't having fun. They're all like 60. They're boring as fuck.
Yeah.
They're
I'll see
old
them
as
as
shit.
much.
They ain't
That's
doing
what they're
nothing.
thinking about you, too. God, these fucking young kids are so boring as fuck.
Yeah, but I didn't get to do shit, so then I had to come back, and
Here we are.
Sorry, man.
That's the worst, bro.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
The worst part about that is that you had to drive how many hours
About 9 in all
You
fairness.
drove
Yeah.
9 hours just to get sick.
just to be isolated?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man.
and so it took a couple of days where I felt like coming back to Jeff City, but it was a different can of worms to be in quarantine in my house versus a room.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
Sure. Yeah, you
and,
gotta
and
at
it's
be able to get up,
yours.
move around.
You know,
Yep.
it's yours.
Yeah, that one little room shit got old quick.
Don't give that kitty cat COVID though.
Oh man,
Can
them
you give your
cats.
cats?
I
Yeah,
know
dogs
they
get like the flu and it's fuck or
No,
and or cats.
I knew dogs could get it.
Yeah, it's
certain
like highly
animals can get
contagious.
COVID, like they found it in
Deer.
deer.
Now,
yeah.
now,
Bats.
one thing made me
Well, yeah. Depends on who you talk to.
one thing made me feel good when I got home after that 9-hour drive back to Jeff City. I didn't even have my bags out of the car. I just walked inside because I had to pee real quick before I started unpacking. I didn't even unpack, so I stretched out on the bed for
Yeah.
just a minute. Wasn't home, wasn't stretched out on the bed a minute, and now I've got a cat here and I've got a cat here.
They missed you.
That was nice. I was like, oh, I missed you too,
Nice.
babies.
For me, it's like now when I'm gone for a while and I come back, and either way, if I go like towards Lynn, and I see the bridge there at Lincoln, or if I'm going, towards Kingdom City to 70 and I see the bridge there, anytime I see a bridge now, and I'm like, oh, I'm home. I'm home. Thank God.
Me and my kids went down to the river bottom the other day when the water was like super low. Did you guys hear they pulled like 4 fucking trucks out of the Missouri
did
River
hear about
in like
that.
a
What
the
5-day
fuck?
period?
Yeah.
Yeah, including like right there at the fucking river access.
They
there
pulled,
was one.
is it Cooper's Landing?
Yeah.
Was it like
Yeah.
a racket?
Yeah, they pulled one there too. They said it was one that had just had kind of like rolled into it.
Yeah.
Been there since I think May, March.
Yeah, I don't think they found any, like fucking dead bodies or anything, but yeah.
Jesus, though, that's a lot of vehicles in the river.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
Oh, dude, can you imagine what you would
mean-
find at the bottom of that river if you could drain it out?
I'm solid.
I
Well,
mean,
dude,
you would
every
find
time-
so much.
when it rains a lot, now the river rises and we flood.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. It probably took a car and
Now
we
that
never
I could
found.
see. That I could see.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
If you ever drive, like you're going to Columbia and you see those great big like agricultural tanks, did those ever float away?
The
Like when
propane
that-
tanks?
Yeah, like when that.
Or no, those
No,
are
they
like the
chain them
anhydrous
down.
ammonia tanks.
I was gonna say they have a great big mother anhydrous ammonia tank. It's a great
Yeah.
big mother tank.
I
They
think
call
everything's like chained down.
Which is
Yeah, but still,
extremely
man.
valuable if you're in the meth making
it. Oh
business,
yeah,
I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
God, you imagine the dollar sign? You got Richie Rich dollar signs in your eyes at that point.
When you see that
Ka-ching.
big ass tank, yeah.
Some
man.
dog comes up, he's dollar,
And just
Dollar.
think, some motherfucker, millions of motherfuckers put that shit into their body.
Oh, yeah, that's some bad shit.
Anhydrous fucking ammonia.
That's some bad shit.
Battery, all
But you
kinds
know
of
what?
weird shit they put into
We were
that
kind of
stuff.
talking about that today, and like the meth, like in the area. And I was talking with a lady who is married to a highway patrol
Mm-hmm.
officer, and we were just kind of talking, and it got brought up that a majority of the meth in the state of Missouri is
Mexican?
from outside of Missouri.
Yeah.
It's from like New Mexico, Mexico area. It's cheaper to import it than it is to make it here.
For
she
sure.
said.
Easier to get a hold of
That's
the
insane.
ingredients.
Yeah, that's insane to me.
They make it hard in America to get the ingredients.
What, you get a cold, you can easily go to Mexico and get Sudafed? What's the shit, man? That ain't
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, fuck. Have you guys tried to open a fucking Sudafed or a Benadryl?
I thought you were about to say meth lab.
No, never done
Yeah, they're
that.
trying to open fucking hard.
No, Dave.
I had to get. I don't know what I was getting, but I had to get some pill out of one of those fucking blister packs the other day, and nearly fucking hung myself. They make it so hard, and that's all so people
I
don't
have-
make meth out of
I
it.
don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
that problem.
What happens
Well-
though if you go to Walmart and you've got, I don't know, your brake lines, are running a little low. You need some brake fluid, and your grandma's coming over, so you got to get some coffee and filters, and suddenly you
just happened to buy the
you just
wrong
happen
shit.
to buy funnels and tubing for something, 'cause,
Beakers and shit.
your college buddies coming
Beakers.
over. Right?
The beakers are what's
A
sending it
lab
over.
coat. A T-shirt that says "I heart meth."
Or like a T-shirt T-shirt with fucking Heisenberg on the front.
Right, kiss
Rick and
the
Morty.
cook, and it's just blue meth underneath it. You know, but what if you need like a
And the
cold
entire
medicine
series of
too, or
Breaking
you know,
Bad.
what the hell?
One of my favorite moments in Breaking Bad is one of the great things about that show was the music.
Yeah,
And there's the
was.
one scene where they use the Tommy James and the
Oh,
Shondell
yeah,
song
yeah.
Crystal Blue Persuasion. Bro,
yeah.
how perfect is that for
Yeah.
that show?
I always thought it was strange their depiction of the meth heads in the first couple seasons.
Yeah.
But then by the time they got to where that dude like is out in his yard and Jesse's like, just watch this, and he just walks up and starts digging a hole, and the guy starts digging with him. That's totally accurate, man.
Well, I believe it.
I've seen that shit happen.
You know, I never
Fuck with meth.
It is fucked up.
I never fucked with that shit.
I ain't never fucked with it, but
Hell
I've
no.
been around some people who have,
Yeah.
and that
I think I
shit's
told
fucked
you
up.
guys, I had a friend who knew somebody, him and his girl were on meth and somehow convinced themselves that they'd killed their own child.
Oh, you
And
did-
like
yeah, that's
called the cops on themselves to report themselves.
That's
Yeah.
rough. I've only heard of dudes, and I've never known anyone, but I've heard of dudes like calling the cops on themselves because they're high on bath salts and ghosts are chasing them or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or cops that do that when they
Yeah.
get into the edibles.
Right.
Like, bro,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
took some edible. I'm pretty
I
sure
think
I'm
my
dead.
heart is dying.
I'm pretty sure I'm dead.
That's what happens when you buy into that just say no shit, though.
Right, you think you're gonna die, right? Yeah, we're it's gonna take a long time to unprogram all of that bullshit out of our brains. Because there still is a small part of me that feels like I'm doing something bad.
No, me
Yeah.
too.
Smoke
Me
weed.
too.
Or that I
too.
need to conceal it from people. But
You know what? If I could give a movie scene to legal weed, what movie scene I would give it?
What's that?
You know, in Risky Business when he's all by himself and he comes sliding in the living room in his underwear.
Yeah, of course.
Dun, 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 dun,
yeah,
dun, dun.
old time rock and roll.
That is how I feel about smoking weed now.
Yeah.
I just slide into the living room,
Yep.
light the joint, be singing along with my music as I smoke out of my bong with
Embrace
my
it.
window wide open.
Embrace it, man.
In my underwear with the neighbor's kids watching.
Let your freak flag fly, bro. Yeah. Yeah. It's nice to see, man. I thought we would be the fucking 49th state to,
Yeah, I really
to
didn't
legalize
think-
recreation.
I
Like
really-
that's surprised me that
Yeah.
we did it. I mean, I think I don't know, we're like the 19th or 20th state.
It's the way we did it, though. We made an amendment, so
yeah.
yeah.
Missouri.
There's pros and cons to
Yeah,
that.
there is. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's here.
It's here.
It's
Hey,
here.
while
I
I'm
just needed another reason to never go back home.
While I'm thinking about it, I want to give a shout out to our good friend Jacqueline from
That's right.
Jeff City Paranormal Society. Good friend of the show. She's been on, I don't know, 3 or 4 times.
Yep.
Probably maybe even more.
Few times.
She read you one night.
She's very well known on the show. We'll
Yeah.
just say that. Yeah.
So Jacqueline lost her grandmother. I think it was on December 3rd. I think
Yeah, it was a little while back.
She
Oh, wow.
posted about it a couple days ago, and like she had posted before she passed away, and so we kind of knew that
Yeah.
that it was imminent. But I guess she passed away. Like I said, I think it was on the 3rd, and so I just want to give Jacqueline a shout out, let her know we're thinking about her, and we love you, girl. Yeah,
There you go.
Sad times,
All
man.
Yeah.
absolutely.
What else you got over there? Because
Well-
we could always talk about our girl.
I knew.
No.
Do you guys want to talk about our girl
Yeah,
now?
let's do it.
or-
I don't know,
all right,
man.
so-
we
care.
got something for
She's
the second segment?
free.
She's a free lady.
You know,
so
that's a good point. We should circle back to that point right there.
Yeah.
But it was a while ago, man. What, 2 years ago? A year ago, almost now.
probably, yeah.
We had a story about a realtor from down at the Lake of the Ozarks. She hired a hitman for like what, $1,500. It turned out to be
$1,500.
an FBI informant.
What was her name?
That's all she had.
Leanne Bauman.
Bauman?
Leanne, I knew it was something really white trash.
But no, she hired a hitman to get rid of her mother-in-law.
For $1,500.
Man, you gotta. Sometimes you
Let me
gotta.
just say that
eliminate-
again.
Sometimes you gotta eliminate a bitch on a budget. You know what I mean?
No doubt, man. Okay, so Scotty. So Scotty,
Got a
I've
Groupon for it.
So then we all said,
And she looked like a Groupon having bitch too.
"No, hold on. The fifth whack is free, right? Go ahead and punch me twice for this one."
okay, so we have a statement from Leanne here
I
that she
love
released to Lake Expo,
Yes,
which, by
this
the
was
way,
on Lake Expo.
LakeExpo.com is actually a pretty fucking good
I like it.
website.
It's not bad.
They have exposed a lot of the bullshit and corruptness that goes on down at the
Well,
lake.
didn't they also bring to light the mayor or something? Or
Yeah,
a
the mayor's
former
crooked
mayor?
as fuck. He was
Yeah.
hiring hookers and
Yeah.
buying them stuff and
Yeah,
stuff.
they were like
Yeah.
doing blow in City Hall.
Was
and
she
having
one of them?
orgies and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's our
orgies?
statement from our good friend Leanne.
Dude,
This
I was
is how
city
she got
council.
off.
How come I can't get any of that? That's ridiculous.
I want to join city council.
Thanks to Camden County for recognizing that I never intended anyone actual harm. My daughters are the most important people in my life.
Because I couldn't afford it.
I am sad for this and my other mistakes as a mother and the impact on them. I cannot thank my ex-mother-in-law enough for continuing to be a rock in their lives. She concluded, moving forward, I intend to honor our entire family by being a positive influence to my daughters.
Holy fuck!
Right? The stones on that chick to call out her...
To actually mention
balls.
Yeah.
Man, wouldn't you love to be a fly in the room for one of those conversations
wow.
between the two of them?
Boy, Thanksgiving must have been fucking amazing.
Oh, my God.
Hey, go get the bird. That's absurd. I'm going to fucking kill your dead bird.
So you know when a TV
Oh,
show,
yeah, there she is.
Yeah.
when a TV show has a season finale, and it's one of those that could definitely serve as an ending, and you're not sure that it's coming back.
Yeah.
This is what that
That's what
feels
this is?
like.
Yeah.
Like I really
Right on
want a new
into the
season of Cougar
sunset.
Queen.
There you go, season
Cougar
6 right
Queen.
there.
Dustin, did you know that Leanne is also in the Guinness Book of World Records for boat racing?
Oh no, I did
The
not.
most
Get outta here,
shit
really?
in her
Yeah, she holds a. What was that?
That's ping pong balls. You're thinking of ping pong balls.
That's only in the 165 tri-state area strip clubs.
Let me see if I can find. It's something that's isn't it, Scott? It's like boat racing or some shit
Yeah, I
that she's
think
in the
so.
Guinness Book for.
I don't know on this one, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Shit, the
That looks like a
lowest
boat
amount
racer,
offered for a murder.
Yeah, for sure.
Boy, I don't know.
That's how she
Somebody's
made
had
it.
to have gone lower. You know?
She sent her daughter a text that read, "quote Your grandmother will die."
What did Grandma do? Fuck.
I don't know, man.
Just wanted the best for your kids.
Shit. Fuck,
Maybe.
man.
I don't know.
What? Yeah.
Don't kill us, though, Leanne, because we've talked about you a fuck ton on this show. I'm just saying.
You have given us some great
You
content.
have given us amazing content.
Please don't kill us.
And I really feel sorry for
Bring
your
it,
next
bitch.
boyfriend, because I don't know how that's going to work out for you, but God, I hope it does.
Maybe
I hope
he's-
it does.
Oh, dude, maybe it's like a
that
few
does it-
years.
Maybe that does it for him.
Maybe it's like a few
Yeah.
years in the future, and he don't
Kill
know
me,
about
bitch.
none of this shit, and then he stumbles across this very podcast.
Holy shit! How fucking hilarious is that?
Like, oh my God.
So she was married, and then she divorced in 2018. But she's
Yeah, clearly that didn't go over well, because
Right.
you're going to kill that bitch.
So, boyfriend in the future listening, run, bruh.
Right,
Run.
you know,
Yeah.
or just know what you're getting into, man. You
Ghost
gotta
your
have
ass.
that. Yeah, you gotta have that thing.
How do you go on? Like,
For me, you'd have to move, right?
but still,
it'd be
I mean,
hard
I feel
to
like
go
that
on.
would just like follow.
Yeah, well,
oh, for sure, especially in a small town.
right.
Thanks to the
The
internet.
lake's not that
Well,
small.
you know what?
It is in the winter.
I saw this on MSNBC, on Yahoo News.
Yeah,
I saw,
no, it was all over.
I saw this.
That's
It's
what
on
I'm
Lake Expo. I saw it on the St. Louis Post Dispatch.
Yeah, you can't like.
A future employer is going to Google your name.
Oh God, yeah. You'd
Of
have
course.
to know.
So according to her Facebook page, she is a professional power boater with plans to compete this year.
A power.
But this
I'm
is an
sorry. You
old-
said power boater.
Boater.
I heard bottom. I'm sorry.
No.
She's a motor boater.
You old sailor.
I don't know, man. She seems like
I
a
bet
top
she's
to
into
me.
some freaky shit. Look at her. She's got some.
You got any more up there? Is there any more pictures up there from Lake Expo?
You don't get a name like Cougar
There
Queen
you
for
go.
nothing.
Oh yeah, look at that. I'll find you.
Hey, Scott.
She's
Scott,
definitely.
Scott and Andrea, is that the crazy eye?
That is very close, if not entirely.
No,
not quite.
Not quite.
Okay.
You have
That is.
for me, the eyelid cannot be touching any of the color for me to count it as crazy.
That is the pissed off. You haven't cleaned your room. What have I done? Fuck you.
What do you
Look,
mean we
I've
can't have
seen that.
mimosas?
Okay.
Church.
Scroll,
I've seen that look
Scroll back
before.
up for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, that is what you saw at the bar. All right, scroll back down.
That's crazy.
That's what you woke up to.
Right.
That is true.
Right. Yeah.
That
No, I
is
feel like the
fucking
one
true.
up top is the one you woke up to. Like that's the one you woke up to, right? That was good last night, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
You're chained to the bed with the fucking
Yeah.
like a log between your legs, and she
There's a
takes the
radiator in between your legs. What the fuck?
What movie is that?
What?
There's a movie like she changed like this like author up or
Misery.
something.
Oh, that's
Misery.
Misery.
Yeah.
That's what she would.
Andrea had never seen that before, and I showed her that leg breaking scene.
I refuse to watch that movie because of that scene.
I've
Dude, I've
never
seen it
watched
once.
the movie, but I've seen that scene a whole
I've
bunch.
seen it once.
Yeah.
Don't need to see it again.
I've
Kathy
seen it.
Bates, man. Kathy Bates.
Just like the movie Apocalypto. Watch that once.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna watch. No,
Don't need to see it again, man.
not gonna do it.
No.
All right, I'm done,
Is that
Scotty.
what the
You take off
like
the
the
big
Aztecs or Mayans?
Yeah. That's the
a good
one.
movie.
I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong, but
I like that
god
movie.
damn, that one's rough, bro.
I've never seen it.
Really? They paint them blue and make them run through the cornfield?
No,
Yeah.
you're. I thought you were talking about Braveheart there for a second because they got the blue face paint.
Yeah, they do the blue in that one too.
So is Apocalypto?
That's the one that Mel Gibson directed.
I knew that.
It is shot in, I think, modern day Guatemala, Mexico City
probably.
area.
What's it about?
But it's about like the Mayan civilization and how they used to. So the whole thing starts off with this little tribe, right? And this dude, and he's got a girlfriend or a wife. You don't really know. I guess he's got a wife because she's pregnant. They've got a little one and then a baby. And then there's like his mother-in-law and then his sister-in-law and the guys are all there and they all work out in the field and they come home and they have this whole like some kind of ritual thing, and then the next day they go out and they're working in the field, and then the next thing you know, there's these fucking dudes with shit in their nose, and they just start killing the dudes, and they just start taking like all the women, and this dude runs his wife back into this old well that they had, and he lowers her down in it with the kids and shit. Well, she's in this well, and he gets caught, and they take him to this Mayan capital, and like his buddy that has been friends with the whole time, he's the first one up, and they just rip his heart out and start doing all this shit, and then they make him play ball for their life, that little hip thing that they play, and if they win they just fucking kill him, you know. They're gonna kill him anyway. And so like in some kind of dispute, all these guys, like his mother-in-law gives up and she does stuff, and all the girls are like slaves now, you know, basically. And so they're like raping the chicks and the dudes are playing ball, and like the dude goes after one of them, causes a stir and lets our main character get away. Well, then like in the midst of getting away, they send a hunting party after him and he hunts them, and it's just fucking violent, dude.
Damn, that's dark,
it is
man.
intense movie.
He's like at one part it starts raining so hard that well is filling up, and you see this pregnant woman holding a baby with like a 2 or 3 year old struggling to get above water.
Oh, see, I can't
and
do that.
he's
That's where I
running to get to him, and I lose my shit, man. It bothers.
that's where she gets fucked
It's
up.
one of those I'm like, I can't. Why you gotta do the kids, man?
Yeah, I don't like fucked up movies.
That ain't cool.
Boys, let's thank our Patreon subscribers.
Let's.
Who should we start with?
Who should we? You do this every time. But
Biscuit
who should
Strength.
we? Hey, that's my guy right there.
The homie Dub IZ,
Oh, what's up, Dub?
who I saw at Walmart on New Year's Eve with a Minnesota
I saw that too.
Cousin Eddie hat on.
Yeah, he had a Cousin Eddie, the shitter's full hat. Oh, I loved it. He's like, hey, man.
My good buddy Jamie Rector from In the Groove.
What's going on, Jamie? Who has got a huge shipment in. You need to go to In the Groove Records and check them out right now.
No, that's
For
where
sure.
you're going with that.
Absolute.
Our good friends
got a
at the
huge-
Jeff City Paranormal Society. Matt,
What's up?
Jacqueline,
Yeah.
Aaron.
Will is doing
Will.
a polar plunge coming up. We share it on the page.
for
Go
him.
help him out. Go share
Absolutely.
it. Donate to Will for the polar plunge down at the lake.
So they can find that on our
They
social
can
media.
find that on our social media
Okay.
page, online on Facebook.
And then last but not least, our good buddy from Auckland, New Zealand.
That a boy.
By way of Illinois, USA.
That's right.
JT from the Paranormal Sun, brother. Hope you're doing well.
I
we
do
love
too,
you.
man.
We need to hook back up
I
again
haven't
soon.
talked to that old boy in a while.
I think he's busy.
he is.
Yep.
He is.
I can relate.
He got that new job working for the government, man.
Yeah, working for the man.
That's funny because he does a conspiracy
I
podcast.
know. Hopefully he's finding out some good
Working for
shit
the
behind
devil.
the scenes, right?
Right, no kidding.
Infiltrating.
Let's take a break, y'all.
Yeah.
Come back after this.
How do you put together the perfect Mexican meal?
Mix it up at Casa. Match it up.
Create your own combo platter at Casa Gallardo. Try our tasty tacos and mini chimney, or mini chimney and enchiladas.
Mix it up at Casa. Match it up.
With 7 different delicious items to mix and match at Casa Gallardo, you'll sure get a lot of choice for not a lot of pesos.
Play it up. Live it up. Spice it up. Casa Gallardo.
Welcome back.
To the old 77. It's a safe place.
In an unsafe
World.
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 Sure.
Yeah.
That one was pretty understated compared to
That
most
was,
of them.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
sometimes you gotta know
Sometimes
when
we get just too fucking carried away with it, too.
you gotta know when to
I got
dial
one
it
guy
back.
going, rah, 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 rah.
It's so much fun though. So much fun.
Suddenly
Okay.
somebody turned into a 20s gangster.
We should do a
Unsafe
whole
world, man.
episode just like that. We'll throw it to black and white, and then the whole time we'll talk like this.
That
eh?
would.
Well, we have to do that on September 19th and talk like a pirate day.
So that's
That's
Dame.
fucking.
Gar, so the other day we was out here and
How do you know that? How do you know that September 9th?
Because I used to celebrate September 19th as International Talk Like a Pirate Day quite a bit.
Wow. Way to shit on Pastafarianism there, Dave.
Yeah, pasta.
Dude, what?
How do you not know anything about Pastafarianism?
I am not a
it's
Pastafarian.
it's only a religion, Dave.
It's a religion that was created to mock
Yes.
other religions, right?
Christianity specifically.
Yeah, I know about pasta.
Well,
I don't.
a
You know,
legend.
so-
And the
Yes.
flying spaghetti monster.
Yes.
Well, that depends on whether or not you believe in the flying spaghetti.
Oh, I definitely believe in the
You
flying
celebrate
spaghetti monster.
Festivus as well.
Every year.
Because I got a lot
They
of
have arm
fucking
wrestling and
problems with
strongman
you
events.
people.
I
Hey,
just
speaking
don't-
of, when is your next strongman event? Talk
Hey,
about
April
that.
29th.
And that is
April
down in
Springfield?
Springfield. Damn, dude.
Are we going to be on location?
How have you figured it out yet?
Maybe.
You going
Maybe
going
if we can
full
make it
on?
work.
You doing amateur? What are you doing?
It's gonna be novice.
That
Yeah.
a boy.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you're first, right? That way you know what you're doing.
I'm gonna fucking destroy.
Wait, when is it? April when?
Fuck yes.
April 29th.
Oh, man, we should be documenting this.
April 29th.
We should be taping Biscuit workout and
Biscuit
shit.
tapes
I do
himself
every
working
day.
out.
Yeah.
Dude, how
Except
much?
for Mondays and Fridays.
Hey, man,
how
shout
much
out to whoever's making your food, too, by the way.
Yeah, that Eat Smart Meals here in Jeff City.
Right?
Dude, give
Where
me
do you
some
go to get
footage.
those?
You know where Eastland is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
You know where Eastland Gerbs is?
Of
Yeah.
course.
You know there used to be a Cajun catfish over there?
Yes.
That place.
It's now, really?
Yep, it's no longer the Cajun House or Cajun
Yeah.
Catfish House. It
That
is now
used-
Eat Smart Meals.
Didn't that used to be Polly B's back in the day?
Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Oh,
got
and
So
the
they got
little-
they got a kitchen now. So yeah, heck
in,
yeah.
in the little plaza there.
Yeah.
Bro cooks everything like there.
What does
like,
that cost?
Fresh.
Does he
11.
flat-
I got chicken fajita today, and it was $11.
Oh, that's not even bad.
Is
That's
it
like
hot when
fast
you-
food price.
Yeah, is it hot
Yeah.
when you get it, or is it like
No,
flash
so
frozen?
no, yeah. It's not flash frozen, but it's like it's in a cooler, so all
Yeah.
you have to do is like reheat it and stuff. Like the Hawaiian chicken
Text me that place when you.
is so fucking
when we get off
good.
here.
Do you know Love to Nourish? Do you know about Love to Nourish?
You have to have a membership or something.
No, you just go in.
You can just walk in.
So Love to Nourish does the same thing, and they've got a cooler at Studio 573 where my wife works.
Oh,
out,
that's
and
nice.
She does those sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they're good.
The Eat Smart Meals. I mean, so the dude, I think the dude can cook his fucking nuts off. Like
Yeah.
super fucking good cook.
Yeah.
He used to
Shit
be,
looks good.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
it's so.
Yeah,
But it looks
fucking
healthy too.
good.
But it
Yeah,
looks
it is.
like it
I was
tastes
gonna
good.
say
Yeah.
for healthy food, it does look good
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like if you ever deal with like any sort of like bloating or anything like that, like
all the time, bro.
just cutting out like one meal and like replacing it with something that your body really wants,
Yeah.
like good nourishment.
Yeah.
It is completely. It's change like it's life changing. Just changing one meal.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, there's also Capital Supplements in there. A real good friend of mine, Luke Gabriel. That him and his girlfriend started that.
Yeah.
And it's part of Eat Smart Meals. So like you go in, you get all your supplements. I mean, and they don't push the shit like a lot of other big supplement companies do. Like if they don't think, if you go in talking about supplements, like hey, you think I should do this? Like they will steer you in the right direction.
Yeah, but
They're
they
not gonna
won't
try to
just
sell
convince
shit.
you to buy shit that you don't need.
No.
I don't work out, but I could eat better. And if there's a place that makes eating better easy,
Bro, and like
I'm
I
willing
said,
to try it.
Yeah.
I think the most I've ever spent for like a meal was like $12.56, but that's
Well,
with
those
tax.
McDonald's prices, so
Right,
fuck it.
right.
Like,
Dude, yeah, and like
Ugh.
it fills me up.
McDonald's.
You were talking about Cajun catfish.
fuck it, McDonald's.
I go there all the time because now they just have the food truck and they're usually in
Yeah.
front of Orscheln's.
Yes.
And I go there when I'm working at our place of work. I go there like a lot.
Yeah.
I go $5 for a thing of catfish nuggets. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good price.
Yeah, it's good, man. They
Hey,
get-
man, when is that date again? I'm writing this down. When is that date?
April 29th.
April 29th.
Well,
we need a documentary here, man. We need to be
GP
filming us a
Athletics.
documentary, man.
So how
fucking
you were on
rough.
the yoke to was it yesterday?
yesterday.
Dude, how you feeling about that?
Dude, my CNS is fucking destroyed. Yeah, I've never just like cried. Just to fucking cry because it felt better to fucking cry.
Oh Lord,
Like everything just hurt. Like I
wait,
woke
you're
up
hurt
this-
right now?
Huh?
What's hurt?
Everything. Everything fucking
Everything's
hurts.
achy.
So
Yeah.
how much were you pulling?
That was 400 pounds.
So you're hurt, you're not injured.
Hey.
No, yeah, just like my
He's
central
sore
nervous
from
system is
working
so like fucked right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's trying to get used to having so much weight.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
noticing? I know you're still pretty early on, but like, are you bulking up? Do you feel like?
Kind of, sort of. So
No, man.
I was sitting at 225.
He
now.
gave me a hug.
yeah,
Fuck yeah, he's bulking
That's what I
up.
thought.
yeah. I'm sitting roughly about like 222
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
So yeah, everything will start cleaning up. Like the eating will start cleaning up here shortly. Just kind of getting. Now I know how all my events are. I'm like, my events have like weight set.
Yeah.
And so for my circus dumbbell, my axle press, and my log press, it's called a medley.
Mm-hmm.
So my circus dumbbell, one, my axle press, I just have to do one, and then goes to the log press, and then that is for a certain amount of reps.
So now so the circus dumbbell, you're picking it up from the end?
Yep, I pick it up in the middle, clean it to the shoulder,
Yep.
and then press with the shoulder full lock out.
Then what's that next one you were talking?
The axle press, so it's a bar that it's probably about 2 inches round.
Okay.
Like you can't get your hand fully around it.
Okay.
You pull it up, basically up to your stomach, roll your hands under, get the rest of it up to your like your chest, chin area, and then press overhead.
Okay.
Got to do that, run that, and then I go to the log, which is what I post probably the most of.
Yeah. I see you messing with that.
Yeah.
And it seems like you know what you're doing when you're rolling that thing, picking
Try.
it up.
Yeah.
Man, you can hurt yourself with that shit.
Yeah. For sure.
I don't know how many of those Scottish, Irish, whatever, Celtic get-togethers that they have, the Highland flings where dudes are tossing
Dude, the
sabers.
Highland games.
And they're hurting
That's the
themselves
thing.
doing that shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't even look like fun.
Dude, they'll throw like a telephone pole, you know? And it's like, what the hell? That ain't fun.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm
Is this a
within-
ticketed event? Like, where will...
Anybody can go?
Yeah, anybody can go. You can it's free for spectators.
Oh, okay.
And just
All right.
Look what I found in your bar area. Nice, cute little on-air sign.
Right?
Just like this one.
Just like that one.
Man.
Gang, gang.
Dude, if you ever need anybody to edit that thing, let me know. I'll be glad to edit you up.
For shizzle.
Fuck yeah.
Edit what?
He's got a whole bar area there with some with an on-air sign at Biscuit's place. He's got a couple microphones. We were talking before the show.
Okay, all right.
We were talking before the show. He's been recording.
Okay.
I
Speaking
record all
of,
the time.
dude, did I just read this right? Your wife, your teacher wife, got
Yes.
best of in Jeff City.
Yes, she got second place. So she's only been teaching for I think like 8 years.
Hot damn, dude.
No fucking shit,
That's
bro.
awesome.
man.
That's
I'm
awesome.
proud of
dude.
shit
is
of her.
good.
That's awesome.
I know
That
you
is.
told me this before, but what does she teach?
Fourth grade.
Fourth
Okay.
grade. That's got to be a rough one, man.
Yeah.
Oof.
Don't even sound like fun.
No.
Yeah.
God, no.
I'll take fourth graders over like seventh and eighth graders.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But when they start to get wit and then they're like little cunts, no.
Yep.
Yeah. But it was crazy. Like the other day, she's like, you know, she kind of like we all go through periods like where we're a little down on ourselves, like,
Absolutely.
you know, could I do something different? And like
Yeah.
she said, she's like, you know, I teach, but you know, she got a little down on herself, and then like
And then
today,
that happened.
I'm like,
And then that reinforced that
what
she
the
was.
fuck?
that
What the
she's
fuck
doing
you
the right
think
thing.
now? Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a super proud like husband moment.
Hell
It
yeah.
yeah.
came
man.
at just the right time,
It
too,
did.
it
Hell
sounds
yes.
like.
Hell yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome, dude.
And then have a trophy husband like me, it just adds. to it.
Oh, my
man,
God.
it's
of
just gravy on
course.
top, right?
That trophy husband right there. Yeah.
I wonder if somebody like me that teaches at a school one day a week can win Teacher of the Year. I'd
You're
have to
a teacher,
be a
bro.
really good teacher to win Teacher of the Year only for working only one day. a week.
Everybody has to vote,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. It's like
And it's all
not,
voluntary, too. It's
Yes.
not, nobody's told to vote.
Yeah, yeah. Like that. 'cause
Okay,
that was
life
her
goal
thing.
for me then.
Yeah, like that was the thing. Like I know people that are like, hey, go vote for my businesses. You know, want Jeff City's best. You know, because that's a pretty big stigma for a lot of people.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
you do it, and yeah.
You know,
yeah.
you can post that shit like, oh, Jeff City's best, and like, yeah, out of the clear fucking blue, I got a screenshot from her. I was like, hopefully nudies. Nope, wasn't that.
Not a
And-
bad consolation.
No,
prize,
but
Yeah.
though.
instead she's the second best teacher around.
Yeah,
Damn it, why
and she's
can't I
like,
get tits?
check this shit out. And
I
I'm
want
like,
nudies. Come on
yeah.
now.
I'm like, motherfucker.
Which teacher won first, and what do you want me to do with her body?
No
Oh,
shit.
no.
Let's talk to what's her face from the fucking lake. She knows a guy.
Yeah,
She knows the guy that'll do it for $1,500.
He works cheap. He works
He
cheap.
works cheap.
He's got a great prize.
She
Buy one,
might
get
could,
one.
she might could talk him down to a pack of Doritos and a carton of cigarettes.
Yeah, a pack of Winston's or some
Carton
shit.
of Winston's, yeah. Oh, man.
That's super cool shit, dude.
man.
It was. It
We
was
know something.
it was super badass.
It's nice
is
when
cool,
your
man.
when
That
your
is
spouse does something awesome and you can kind of brag on them a little
Hell
bit.
yeah.
Yes.
It's a
That
good
is
thing.
awesome.
Yeah.
No, he was
Lift
also
each
saying
other
that
up.
him and her like to record and like to do stuff down there. And I was like, well, what are you done with it? Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it all just goes in a
OnlyFans.
little bank.
Yeah, only.
Oh fuck, bro! I win. I'm 2 fucking seconds, bro.
I don't know
Slinging
if
my
there was
fucking
an
dong.
OnlyFans couple that I could think of. I've never
Slinging
seen
a
your
fucking
wife. I think I
dong.
may have, but
I've
I
seen
don't
pictures
remember.
of your wife. I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever seen her out in the wild.
I have,
wild,
I have
but
just
yeah.
once, I think.
But come on, this is
Twice?
if,
Okay.
if there was a dude that was going to be on OnlyFans,
Bro, I'd be
I-
slinging my fucking 3 inches of fury around like a motherfucker.
You should. Some
You're trying to
girl-
lift weights with my dick?
It's not about the size, bro. It's how you handle it.
Dude, the way I picture it is like NASCAR. First one to win wins.
So what kind of stuff do you guys talk about?
First, you're last.
And does she participate too?
Occasionally.
Okay.
Yeah.
But most of the time it's just you kind of like riffing on stuff.
Please tell
Yeah.
me it's you doing affirmations for your workouts later.
Occasionally it has been.
Fucking lift that shit.
dude,
Yes.
I'm telling you, you should sell this.
You got this.
Bro,
I would listen to that.
Right?
bro, I love
on, you
affirmations.
pussy.
That shit's fucking.
Snoop
Affirmations are
Dogg.
great.
Snoop Dogg has an affirmation album out now.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That
Does
is
he really?
good, bro.
Yeah.
Is that shit on Spotify?
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I had
No,
idea.
yeah.
Do you remember when he turned into Snoop Lion for like a week?
Oh yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
Snoop
that was
Lion.
never going to last.
He did a reggae album.
Yeah, he went to Jamaica.
Yeah, he got,
got
he
some
got
really-
super
Got
stoned.
some of that really dirty Jamaican herb down there, man.
So I'm looking at Snoop Dogg.
Wataqua.
Snoop D-O-double-G.
Let me look at the discography. Let me see. if he's got some new
Find us a
shit.
good motivational quote. I really want to be put on cloud nine with some motivation.
He's getting into all these NFTs and shit, man. Like he's got 2 albums.
I don't understand the.
not now. Not
I don't
that
really
it's
understand
crashed.
the pull on the whole NFTs. You know.
Well, he released 2 like NFT albums. Volume 1 came out on May 28th, and Volume 2 came out on.
Listen, music industry,
September 2nd.
Y'all start making this bullshit the standard to replace CDs, and I swear to God, I'm never
NFTs?
gonna buy your shit.
Yeah, I don't.
the only thing the NFT would replace would be like your cover art, your album, and even then, it's just like you have a trackable, traceable
picture.
picture that's you can prove is yours. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I don't understand the NFT craze. You know.
I think it's just a bunch of smart people convinced a bunch of dumb people that they should invest in them.
100%.
It proves that
Yeah,
you can
100%.
literally have nothing and sell it if you can convince people.
Oh, dude, yeah,
This is
absolutely.
a good idea.
Snake
This,
oil.
The year
this
of
is the elites
salesman.
fucking with us. Is
I
what
do.
this.
I do feel like you're right. It's you just toss anything out to anybody at a certain point and they'll buy it anything.
Speaking of which, check out the old 77 NFT.com.
For the low price.
The low price.
$30,000.
So-
We'll start the bidding.
Do NFTs, are they just like pictures or are they like audio NFTs too?
I would think it could be anything.
Yeah.
As long as you need a crypto wallet,
But then again,
and then you would have to blockchain it.
correct me if I'm wrong. If I buy an NFT from Snoop Dogg, what's to stop me from taking a fucking screenshot of it and sharing it with everybody I know?
Nothing, but you can't prove that it's a legit one.
Right. You mean the
Right.
people that I send it to?
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, if you try to sell that screenshot, because that was the joke, like, well, what if I buy it and then I screenshot it and then I sell it to everybody? It's like, well, you can't prove
That it's the
that's an
OG.
authentic one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes no fucking sense.
I don't
to me
get it
whatsoever,
either.
man. No
I
fucking clue.
yeah.
Yeah, it's silly.
I started watching. There's a new thing on Netflix about Bernie Madoff.
Yes.
I watched the first episode of that last night.
Remind me what he did again. 'cause
He
I
was
don't
the
remember.
he was the guy on Wall Street that managed a hedge fund and like stole billions of dollars from people.
Oh, the Wolf of Wall Street?
No, different guy.
Oh.
Bernie Madoff. They've already done a
Bernie
couple.
Madoff had a Ponzi scheme,
Yeah,
and he conned a lot of people. Like, he got
a lot of really rich people.
Yeah, like Kevin Bacon. He took all of Kevin Bacon's money.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he was known in New York City about, he was like the god of Wall Street, and
Yeah.
and like he wouldn't even like you couldn't even invest with him unless you were worth like at least $1 billion. Or
Hey, I
some shit.
think I
Like,
got that here for if you want to hear that. Here.
He's on a very exclusive.
Let's get motivated.
Wow, wow, wow.
So this is the Snoop. I'm kind of going to do it a little off mic.
Affirmation?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is
Right?
amazing.
I feel like that is.
What is that
totally-
on?
So this is like.
Is it Spotify or is
No,
it?
this is YouTube right here. So I feel like that.
Actually, you know what, dude? I have heard. I had heard that he was doing that.
Right.
Yeah. That's cool, man. I love that Snoop in his older age is just embracing positivity. He's not doing the gangbanging shit anymore.
Oh, he's still
he
doing
just
the
wants to
gangbanging
spread
shit.
love.
For sure.
Yes, and no. Damn, Snoop, chill out, bro.
Yeah.
That's. I feel like that's got to be like a joke to white people, right? He's getting around with his core 5-6 friends.
Yeah.
He's got his blunt roller off to the side. She's like, damn, Snoop, we rolling another fatty, and he like, hell yeah, baby, that's what I pay you for.
Your fucking fingers
Give
are
me
all
the
bright.
microphone. I got some inspirational
Right, no,
shit
man.
to say.
Snoop's just got one of those fucking microphones that you talk into, and it just starts echoing and shit. And they just do it right there. They're like Watergate, baby. They run tape on
I think
everything.
he does have.
He
like,
does.
One of
He
those.
brought it on
Rogan.
Rogan's podcast. Yeah.
Like, who the fuck does that? Snoop D-O-double-G.
The
I saw.
The
I saw.
Dow.
David Goggins was back on recently. Have you watched that one yet?
Dude, no. I
he's a
started to.
beast.
I catch glimpses of it. Yeah, David Goggins is my fucking dude. Any hardcore people like that is just so fucking cool.
That
To see
guy is
such, like,
hardcore.
fucking yeah. Like Cameron Haynes is another one
Yeah.
that is just like does like ultra marathons, like one right after the fucking another.
What do you feel about Duncan Trussell?
I like Duncan.
I like him too.
Yeah.
I don't know much about.
I don't know much about him other than he's fucking absolutely insane.
Yeah, he's way the fuck out there.
Yeah.
He's always thinking of like big picture shit.
Yeah.
Of deep, profound. He's big into psychedelics.
He was on not too long ago, but the most memorable time I remember is he was in a full-on ghillie suit.
Oh,
and
yes.
they were sitting there, and he had like this fucking Cuban cigar, whatever Joe had,
Yeah.
They were talking about these cigars, and he got them, and they were so good, and he must have got them from Mexico or something. But this motherfucker lights this huge up Cuban, puts it underneath the ghillie suit, and pretty soon you just see the smoke rolling out this ghillie suit, man. Looks like he's on fire the whole time.
I'm pretty sure
He was the burning bush.
I'm pretty sure every time Duncan goes on Joe's podcast,
Are they dressed
they're
up?
always wearing
Yeah.
funny suits and stuff.
Oh, I
Well,
know who
and
that
even
is.
then, there's a time before that where Joe was like an astronaut.
Yeah.
Yeah. That reminds me, you mentioned Cuban cigars. Guess
Yeah.
what I acquired on New Year's Eve?
No way.
A Cuban cigar.
Aren't those
shit.
illegal to have?
God, I hate you
Not
even
anymore.
more.
Allegedly.
I don't think they're illegal to have. I think they're illegal to
They're illegal to import.
cross
Not
cross
anymore.
country lines.
Not anymore. They used to be.
I would like to smoke
Yeah.
a Cuban.
It's not been that long that they've
Where's it
been
located in your
legal,
house?
but
Did that happen when
one.
Obama lifted the
I think so.
The
I think
embargo?
it was Obama that lifted
I think you're
that.
right.
Hey, thanks, Obama.
But I thought that they I thought that Trump reversed that or was going to
Aw.
try to reverse that.
He was in the process of lifting, and I think they just halted the process of lifting.
I see.
Piece of shit.
Because
Those
the whole country got super excited because they were finally for the first time able to import new car parts and shit.
Yeah, because they're all driving cars from the 1950s. Yeah.
Yep.
Like if you watch, there's part of Godfather takes place in Cuba.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, the cars that you see in that movie are the same fucking cars that are still there
So
today.
That's
fucking awesome.
totally true though. The way that whole Godfather thing went down, where there was just a thing, and then Cuba was not a thing anymore.
Yep.
That
Hemingway
sucks.
used to write down there. He had a whole villa.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah. So I don't know. Do any of you guys have any of those cutter things for cigars?
No, I need to
I
get
have one
one.
in my car right now. Do you need
Do
it?
you really? I don't have my Cuban with me, but I'll try to remember next week to bring it.
I want to get some stogies for down here, like some little minis or something at some point.
I like cigars.
Bro, I love cigars.
I like a good cigar every
with
now
your
and
with
then.
your whiskey.
Right?
Yeah. Just
like a good
that,
cigar.
That Basil Hayden is great with a good stogie.
I
Yeah.
bet it would have been.
Phenomenal.
I don't know. Maybe it's just all in my head, but that Cuban does smell really, really
Fucking
nice.
delicious.
I had one when I went on my honeymoon. We went to Jamaica, and they had them on the resort, and I was like, fuck yeah. And it just went right to my room. It was all comp. I was like, yeah, I want one of those.
Nice.
Can I get 6 for the trip?
My
I think
buddy,
you get like 3 a day or something. But
my buddy had a whole thing of them and
Yeah.
said, "Do you want one?" I was like,
Well, it takes
Are you
all
sure?
day to smoke one anyway.
Oh,
yeah, they're
absolutely.
big. It's a big fat son of a bitch for
Yeah.
sure. But it smells tasty. I'm not a big cigar guy, but I'm kind of like you guys. Like every now and again,
right?
Love a good
with some
cigar.
good whiskey or
Sit back with a
something.
good
You know,
whiskey.
yeah.
I haven't took advantage of the fact that I could sit in my house and smoke a cigar and couldn't nobody stop me yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try that.
Even if I were a
Oh
cigarette
my God,
smoker,
we were here for a first for you.
I would never smoke tobacco in my house, though.
I'd never smoke a cigarette in my house.
I would. Yeah, that's the only thing Andrea is like. Nah, no ciggies in the house. But hell, when she went to Dominican last time, she brought stogies back.
Did she?
Let's see if she'll bring some more back. This
Bet.
time.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Get some Dominicans or something. Hell yeah.
Is this like a work trip that she's going on, or is it with some friends?
Her and her best friend go. They've gone a couple years in a row now.
Okay.
Vacay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because
Nice.
I remember the last time she did that.
Yeah.
Which is right about a year ago, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, just about. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's her birthday and her best friend's birthday.
Jess
It's
is
their
going
month.
to Canada in like March, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's got a friend who's from Vermont, and they're gonna fly into Vermont, but then they're gonna drive up into Canada.
That'd be cool.
It is fun having a birthday buddy. If anybody out there, I recommend it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had a birthday buddy. Still
Yeah.
do. Still have a birthday buddy. But
I have one.
Yeah.
Young
I
kid
know.
we work with.
Who?
Jacob Franklin.
You all share the same birthday?
We were born on the exact same day. He's 28 and I'm 45.
Yeah.
me and all
So
my
it was
friends
weird,
are
you
about
know?
a week apart.
I was gonna send him a text, but I thought it was strange from an old man coming to this young dude. Hey man, happy birthday! Like
Yeah.
at midnight,
birthday,
you know,
birthday, buddy.
on Thursday. Oh, Jacob, happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Now that I think of it, even my girlfriend hers is the day after mine. Like, now that I think of it, I think all my friends are birthday buddies with
Yeah.
me. Now that I really concentrate on it, because I'm hard pressed to think of one of my buddies from Mississippi. That is, it's not within that week between
Yeah.
August 14th and 19th.
So for Andrea, this was something that they started, I think, at 30. They just kind of like got together, went and did like a resort thing, and it worked. And they did it again at 40, and now it's just become a
Trying to be a
Every
yearly.
year.
yeah. Instead
thing?
of the big group of girls, now it's just a couple of them go here and there. And
Well,
they
that's
just do
wrong with
it-
that.
They just do a weekend.
That's like
Yeah.
we're getting ready to go to Colorado for our third time in 3
Yeah.
years. Like we've kind of turned that into a yearly
Right.
thing now.
That's good shit.
Yeah, I can't wait to go back.
But I think for 3-4 years in a row, I'm just like, hey man, if Stella wants to go get her groove back, go get her groove back, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to let him fly.
Fuck yeah.
Sounds like fun.
You know, this is the only time she gets that she's not mom, she's not a
Yep.
wife, she's just her like she used to be, and they're friends, and it's a sleepover.
You do you.
Go do you, baby.
And if
Yeah.
I'm
and
here. I love you.
If you respect
here
your
when you get
wife
back.
enough to give her that freedom, it's going to make your
You
whole
know,
relationship better.
For me, if you trust her,
Yeah.
there's no reason.
Absolutely.
There's no reason.
Absolutely.
Certainly.
Go have fun.
You're both
Yeah.
grown-ups.
You know,
Even
not
if you
everyone
don't,
is.
quit being
not,
an asshole
But not
and let her have her
everybody can
day.
do that. I will say that.
No.
Not everybody can do that. That's a hard one to do.
Absolutely.
Money.
Absolutely, man.
So, how are you? How's the hoverboard? Still hovering?
How's that wrist?
It's
He's
just
gonna-
better.
Still broken?
Just
Did you
gonna move
unwrap it?
on.
Well, Dr. Biscuit convinced me not to go to the doctor.
Yeah,
so
you're
if this shit
welcome.
is fucked up and I can't whack off, I'm sending
Bro,
you the
come over and
fucking
jerk you
bill,
off.
bro. I'm sue you.
Oh, speaking of, I gotta go out, get it, go in the truck and get the tattoo gun that came in.
Oh, okay, go for it.
You gonna do it live on air?
Oh my God! Please.
I knew it.
But Dave was fucking sweating for a little bit.
I called you on your
Bitch,
shit.
whatever.
I called you on your
You are
shit,
right.
bro.
No. So this is the best part, man, because I work with Dave
Yes, you
on
do.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Monday, Wednesday.
We're
Thursday.
sitting there talking, and I'm like, yeah, we're talking. He's like, hey, do you think Biscuit really got that? He was like, I haven't heard that the tattoo gun come in yet.
Oh, trust me, I was checking my social media.
Had you fucking worried,
Yeah.
cuz. I'm gonna get one though.
Okay.
Still, my favorite is you guys talking about doing that. You're like crossing each other's arms, tatting on your thighs and shit. Oh, God.
I would consider getting a matching tattoo from an actual tattoo artist.
I want Henry
Why not
Rollins
tattoo
to
each
come,
other?
Right?
Because we're not artists.
I want
Bro,
Henry
you are
Rollins
an
to
artist.
come.
Anything for
What
the
does it
content.
matter? What kind of artist?
Anything is content. Anything is content.
Okay, maybe not in black.
While we're going down a bumpy road in the back of an SUV, I see no problem with this.
I mean, if I got it somewhere, I could get it covered up later, or something I was planning on covering up anyway.
Ah, dude, I would not cover this up.
No, you keep
No,
it there for
yes,
the
if
rest
you
of your life?
bro, if you tattooed me, I wouldn't cover it up. Why would I? I'm getting a tattoo Wednesday.
we should
Are
give
you?
each
Yeah.
other ankle butterflies.
Wait, what are you getting? Getting
Pine tree.
another flower vagina?
Just one,
And a cabbage.
just one pine tree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be a pine tree. however big. It's a 2-hour session, so but he works. He's fast. He's super good. Be a pine tree, and in the pine tree, I'm gonna see if you can get it to where it look like you carve both my grandpa's initials and my dad's initials
Awesome.
to put in there.
neat.
Yeah, for sure.
I have a buddy that has pine trees, not just one, but
Means
like a whole
Eternal and everlasting life.
a whole row that goes all the way around his arm, and
Yeah.
it's a really cool looking tattoo.
That's kind of what. Yeah, all the pine trees around my house, and they're across. My family still owns some land over there.
Yeah.
My grandpa planted. Like, there's hundreds of pine trees. We have 2 huge pine trees that stand right by our house that are like, we had to clear off a bunch whenever we built it. There's 2 that I had my dad leave. And just, to kind of
So
symbolize
that's got
it's like
some
it's
significance
Like, yeah, it's
for
kind of
you.
like it's
Like he's living on through that.
yeah, between like that and like, it's Kate and I.
Yeah.
It's 2 pine trees right next to the house. I water them. I mean,
Yeah.
I take care of those motherfuckers.
My mom has some flowers that she got from my grandma who passed away a few years ago, and she's keeping those flowers going. And I
Yeah.
think she feels the same way about it. Like it's
For sure.
significant to her. It's
Yeah.
kind of like
I get wrapped up into that shit. Like,
Yeah.
I got a truck that was my grandpa's, and I mean, it's 2007 with 83,000 miles.
I had
Yeah.
one of those. I had a 92 for GMC Sonoma. It had like 98,000 miles, original miles on it.
Yep.
I had to get rid of it because I moved here. Couldn't bring it with me.
Yeah. I'll keep this truck.
Yeah.
I'll get rid of everything else. But
I
I'll
like
keep- I'll
little
keep the truck.
things to remember people by.
Yeah.
I've got my grandpa's watch, and it's not even expensive one. It's like Walmart, $10.
It don't matter.
I've got a few of my grandpa's watches.
Yeah.
My favorite keepsake that I have that belonged to my grandpa is a little keychain that says "Just visiting this planet." He found it at some gas station one day and
How fucking fitting,
and
bro.
thought that it
is-
was funny because my grandpa had a UFO sighting.
I thought it was going to be like the stuffed bear's paw or something that he fucking strangled with his bare
I'm pretty
hand.
sure
The
that
blood
he
of his
did
first
keep.
kill.
I'm pretty sure he did keep that bear's paw for a long time though.
And there it is.
I wonder
pretty
how long
sure.
it took him to eat the bear.
I know, right? Yeah, no.
Week 2.
Yeah, what were we talking
It
about?
was the shits that were even worse. Getting the hair out. You know?
Memories, mementos, people that
Yeah.
passed.
Yeah, he had that keychain that he had.
Yeah. Because I just remember like how much of a kick he got out of that and
Yeah.
how funny he thought it was, and then like it was really through my grandpa that it got into the whole UFO subject because he had books. He had a big library full of books, and like most of his books were like philosophy and like he had a lot of like history books, U.S. history. He was obsessed with Thomas Jefferson for a while before he passed, but yeah, it was me rummaging through his books that like got me into the UFO subject. And then when I was older, he told me about his sighting. It was right above his house.
What was his sighting?
Dude, I wish I could go back in time and have him relay the story to me again,
don't
because the
remember it.
only thing that I really remember is just that it was hovering above his house.
That's why we need to record with our families, dudes. I'm telling you, man. I interviewed my dad
Yeah.
for that just to have something to
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, I wish
Oh,
I
yeah.
had done that with my mom and my dad.
Something
I
that you
didn't
could go
have-
back and listen to.
Yeah, I had to. I was doing just a music show, the music podcast before this one, and I interviewed my mom just candidly one day about like what music used to get you turned on back in the day, Mom. Like, and then I just did this whole series of show, like 2-3 episodes of stuff that your parents used to get freaky to. You know?
Yeah.
And like my mom's was Patsy Cline. It was like, oh, this is bad, Mom.
Oh,
She's
man.
Like, oh, Patsy Cline, get my coochie go. And this was how my mom would talk. Patsy Cline, get my mom's coochie. Whoa, 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 whoa. You know,
Whoa,
get mama's coochie going to town.
Goes out humping after midnight.
Right? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
And Sam
Patsy
Elliott.
Cline.
Oh, man.
That's the only Patsy
Patsy
Cline song I
Cline.
know. Is
Patsy
Walking
Cline
After
gets me
Midnight.
going, you know?
Can anybody name a Patsy Cline song other than Walking After Midnight?
There's Walking After Midnight, Crazy.
Oh, Crazy. That's a good one. That's a good one. I forgot about that one.
I'm terrible at naming songs.
Yeah, or like remembering the names of
Yeah,
songs.
we're
you
like
mean?
I'm
remembering
trying
the
to think
names
of one other, but I'm failing.
Yeah, the
miserably.
first time I ever
I've
heard
never
of
heard
Patsy
that.
Cline, I was up sick one night. I'd woke up in the middle of the night in one of those infomercials for a
Oh, yeah.
musical.
We're down with the
Time
sickness.
Life.
There was an infomercial for this musical that was only released on DVD through this infomercial, and they were showing the musical though while they were You want to own it? It's on DVD.
Oh yeah.
And one of the songs in it was about Patsy Cline, and I just remember it was really upbeat and how much they love Patsy Cline, but it was a bunch of nuns, and they were singing. And I remember the lyrics. We know that somewhere up in heaven you're a saint, Patsy Cline, and something, something, something. You were always so divine.
She was something else, man.
Always
And then
remember
I was
those
like-
late night infomercials. Girls Gone Wild. I was like,
Oh no,
yes!
no! I was probably staying up to try to catch one of those.
yeah, it was on all the time.
I ran
Oh, yeah.
across this show on HBO Cinemax. It was
Skinemax.
called, kind of. It was Mike Judge's Tales from the Tour Bus.
Yeah.
Oh,
If
nice.
you've not watched it, watch Mike Judge's Tales from the Tour Bus. It's
Okay.
phenomenal.
Does he
But
like talk to rock
He would
stars?
interview like all these people. He would never interview the star themselves because generally they were gone.
Yeah.
Like he did George Jones, Johnny Paycheck, but the one he did with Johnny Paycheck interviewed his band, and then they would animate over the top of it. 'cause
Love
he's
it.
Mike Judge.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Everything's fucking animated.
Everything's funnier when it's
But
animated.
apparently, like, Patsy Cline was playing a state fair with Johnny Paycheck, and he got so drunk one night that he stole her Cadillac. She had a little pink Cadillac. And so he just was rolling it through this state fair. Well, they closed all the gates to the state fair, so they said he rolled around the state fairgrounds, like, until it ran out of gas, and then he hauled ass out of there.
Wow.
What a fucking time to be alive.
Right?
Absolutely.
Could you imagine
When you
that
could
shit
just-
happening today?
Like, just imagine a time before, like, cell phones. Well, you fucking guys can't.
I can't
yeah.
I
imagine
can.
that time.
Fuck, shit,
Yeah,
that sucks.
I can.
For me.
That's when I was like 18 years old.
I remember
Yeah.
I remember no internet.
Thank
Yeah.
God most of my life was not documented.
Agree.
But, like, yeah, see, I can't remember that. And
That's
I,
some
like,
embarrassing
I just
shit.
think, you know, like, I can remember, like, times, like, before cell, like, when my parents had, like, a flip phone and it
Right.
really
Was
wasn't
shitty.
shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
you had nothing really on there.
Little Nokia.
Yeah, or, like, dial up to where, you know, nobody could be on the phone or anything like that.
I remember those
Yeah.
days.
But, like, that was such a fucking good time.
I agree. I'm
No,
so
I
glad that
like-
I grew up before all of that shit.
You know,
Yes.
it's totally.
The 90s was a great time to grow up.
That was
I
the
would-
last time. Yeah.
That was. I'm really glad I got in on those 90s and that
Yeah.
Power
Me
Rangers,
too.
Ninja Turtles era.
Oh yeah, I love the Ninja Turtles. Never got into Power Rangers, but I love me
I
some
love
Ninja
fucking
Turtles.
Power Rangers.
He-Man,
Dr.
baby.
Ooze.
That was my jam. He-Man.
Ivan Ooze.
Ivan Ooze.
Ivan
I
Ooze.
know who you're talking
Ivan
about.
Have I
Ooze.
shown
Thank
you
Dude,
guys?
ask me something. Ask me something. Go ahead. Ask me something about Power
That
Rangers.
was fucking good. That's what I wanted.
Have I
That
shown
was
you guys?
so fucking good.
Who was Rita Repulsa's monkey?
The monkey Goldar? Or do you mean Squat and Babu? Because they were all kind of monkey creatures.
go.
The one that flew was Goldar. The one that was
That's
a
who I
vampire
meant.
with a monocle,
Yeah.
that was Babu.
Damn. So there you go. I forgot.
Shit.
I forgot all about that cat. I forgot all
Shit.
about that cat.
You want to give you a big spoiler?
Yes.
The bullies, Bulk and Skull.
Yeah.
When the show ends, my era, because they used to continue every season and pick
Yeah,
off
yeah,
where they
yeah.
left off. Now they don't do that anymore. But when that storyline finally ended, the bad guys had won. This is the last story. The bad guys won. They all lost their powers, and the world was pretty much fucked. And Bulk and Skull were the ones that saved the day and stopped the bad guys when it was all said and
That's
done.
how I feel like that's how it always is.
That's how it should be.
Guys, I got something cool to show you after the break.
Oh,
All
shit.
right, all right.
You said something about Ninja Turtles, and
You
that,
just show us his
Yeah.
butthole.
that
Yeah.
jogged my memory.
Yeah, all I could think of was, man, from my era. That's a little past me, but I'm Ninja Turtles, the Braveheart, Brave Star guy, the laser tag one.
Yeah.
You had oh god, so many of them.
Captain Nintendo. or
Captain
whatever.
Nintendo, yeah,
Yeah.
and the Game Master.
He-Man, Transformers.
He-Man.
Oh, we had all that when
Like
I was. Now,
Gundams.
that's my early
Gundam.
childhood.
I remember Gundams when I got a little bit older. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I used to watch Gundam
Yep.
after Dragon Ball Z.
yeah.
Dude, that's what I would do. Come home.
And then
run
Inuyasha
in,
would
lay
come
down,
on at
look
11.
TV, watch Dragon Ball Z.
I loved me some Inuyasha. It was
I
so
liked
fucking
it.
weird.
I wanted to like it, but the girl, I just wanted bad things to happen to the girl. and I
Everybody hated Kagome.
didn't- I didn't want anybody to save her. I just wanted her to go away.
No, everybody hated
You can't
that
even
bitch.
watch cartoons nowadays.
I know, man.
Right?
I know a lot of grown-ups that are still really into anime.
Well, that's
I
just
still
it.
watch
Yeah.
anime.
That's, I think
Yeah.
we might be the last generation, you included, man, Biscuit,
But,
that actually had
Hey.
Saturday morning cartoons.
I watched the anime and the cartoons I grew up. Like, I'll watch Power Rangers today. I'll watch Dragon Ball Z today, but I don't really watch any new shit.
Yeah,
Dude,
me
occasionally I'll go back to like the old school Dragon Ball Z and watch it. Just by
yes.
Oh, dude.
takes you right back.
Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon.
That shit's good.
Bro, I used to fucking duel with some kids back in the day, some Yu-Gi-Oh.
Let me get some of that Poke My Mom shit.
Yeah.
Bro.
Right back.
Bro. Yeah.
Right after this on the old 77.
Bitches. Dave's gotta be. I do. I really do.
Wanda, pick me up. I'm gonna jump again.
Don't do it. You're not gonna make it this time.
Here goes.
I sure hope that dress has a lot of padding.
Save on 3 rooms of carpet for only $399. That's 40 square yards of stain-resistant carpet installed with half-inch pad for only $399. So for rich man's carpet at a working man's price, visit Carpet and Tile Bargains in Hazelwood.
Veterans Carpet in Collinsville.
And Rothman's Carpet Outlet in Fairview Heights.
Pulling it down with the old 77.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
That's your boy, Louis Mano, right there. Vermont's own. Thank you, Louis.
Vermont Hall of Fame. Look him up on the
That's
Google.
right.
Yeah. So,
It's worth the Google.
before the break,
Give it a Google.
we were talking about, you guys were talking about watching, old anime, and Dustin mentioned Ninja Turtles, which was like, of course, that was my shit growing up as a kid,
yeah.
and it made
And
me.
Dave and I still tattooing each other.
Yes. Also
I don't remember that being anime.
And
but okay.
so put me on the big screen over there, Scotty.
Yes.
Got you.
Have you guys ever heard of Plastic Cell?
You mean like Plasticell?
It's a company, and they're called. Well, it's 2 words. At least that's how they have it
Okay.
on their website. Plastic and Cell.
What do you got going on up here?
So I learned about these guys from Rogan because Rogan's got a couple of these on his desk. They're
Oh,
they're
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like
yeah.
they're like bobbleheads, but they don't bobble, and they're fucking super detailed, man.
I've seen
like,
these,
Look
yeah.
at that.
$850.
Yeah, they're not cheap because they're all painted by hand. Like they take a long fucking time to make. But dude,
Tupac sold out.
yeah,
Richard Pryor?
almost all of them are
Holy
sold out.
shit,
like,
dude.
it's hard to get
What all
these
they
things.
got?
If I had $350,
I wouldn't
I wouldn't spend it on that.
but if I was like rich and I had $375,
No, man.
Oh, dude, the Rogan
yeah, the
one.
Rogan one's dope, man.
You know, if they wanted to give me
Bruce
one,
Lee?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man, those are fucking awesome.
Who is that? Who's
Which
the
one?
Chrome dude.
Marzi? I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that
Do
is.
y'all know who Marzi is?
No. I
I'll
have no
Google
clue.
that shit real quick.
The Bruce Lee one doesn't look like
But he's a
it's-
Chrome edition.
What were you gonna say about the Bruce Lee one?
It doesn't look like it'd be worth $350. I mean, it kind of.
I don't know. It might be.
It's worth $189.
yeah,
if you're-
still not.
You were right. You were right. He's not.
But honestly, out of the ones that I've seen, and I'm a fucking huge Bruce Lee fan, I'm not a huge fan of the Bruce Lee sculpture.
No,
like to
it-
me,
it doesn't look
It
as
doesn't
good.
look quite as.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just because it's more simple, because it's just him wearing a wife beater with the chucks.
Well, like the Richard Pryor,
I like
the
the Richard
Rogan.
the Pac one.
Why does Rogan look like he's about ready to nut?
Because he's pulling a kettlebell up.
with his On It shirt.
Yep. You see the kettlebell in his hand? In his left hand there, it's shaped like a monkey.
Okay, yeah.
He has
Yeah.
kettle bars that
I got you
look
now.
like that.
No, I didn't see that before. I thought it was his leg.
Yeah.
I thought he was like getting like in his O face.
He's
or
packing.
something, right?
Thought it was his
Straight
dick,
up.
man. Let's see. Oh, they got Mortal Kombat ones too.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I was a huge Mortal Kombat. Nobody could beat me in Mortal Kombat.
Man, if
That's
you
'cause
play
you
with
never played me.
Sub-Zero, if you play with
I'll
Sub-Zero,
whoop
you
your
a
ass at Mortal
bitch.
Kombat.
Okay.
Dude, I could beat you with any of them, man.
You
On the
don't
first
get to be
one,
Sub-Zero. That's a fucking rule.
Sonya,
Raiden.
Johnny Cage, Raiden, Kano.
Johnny
yeah,
Cage
Scorp-
was a fucker. I hated that guy.
I loved being Johnny Cage for one thing because you could punch people in the nuts.
Right.
You guys remember that move?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wasn't
You're
he
too
like
young.
their
No, he's
booster
too
gold?
young.
What's that?
Wasn't he like their booster gold?
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was a rip. Actually, because I was watching a documentary the other day. No, he was actually a rip off of Jean-Claude Van Damme. Originally, they wanted actual
right.
Van Damme to be a playable character, and they couldn't seal the deal, and so they invented
That's why
Johnny
he did the
Cage.
splits and all that shit.
Yeah, because
okay.
that's literally a move that
Yeah.
Johnny Cage did. What was it, like Bloodsport or some
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
that he did that in?
Yeah, he would do the splits and then punch the balls.
Check out the Scorpion and Sub-Zero there, man. Those are nice. Is that all they got? I wish they
That's
had more
all they
Mortal
got,
Kombats, man. Oh, look, they have NFTs too.
That's just what I was gonna say.
Go
those,
figure.
Those are some pretty cool
that,
NFTs
man.
there.
I mean, you got a rip-off statue. You might as well have a rip-off JPEG while you're at it.
Yeah, man.
I don't see a problem with that.
So, hey, did you
I
guys...
mean, they do look cool, though. I'm calling them a
Oh,
rip-off.
dude,
but
if I was
Yeah.
rich and I had $350, I especially like that Shredder one is so dope.
Yeah.
they're
See,
all-
like all 4 of those
Are
are
awesome.
Yeah.
What's the blacksmith? Like,
I don't know.
what's-
No idea what that's from.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He makes katanas.
You need a katana? I'll get you a
for
katana.
$850, bro.
Dude, you could buy a katana for that.
Scotty saw my buddy Kevin bought me a katana letter opener. And it's
Nice.
like it's like the it looks like a fucking katana. It's got the
I don't want to mess with Dave now at work.
yeah, it's got the rack that you hang
Yeah.
the sheath and the
Once you draw the katana, it has to be
Sheath.
put back with blood.
Isn't that what it's called? The sheath?
I wish I
What
could
do you
make
call
my
it?
bills commit Harry
Scabbard.
Carey.
Okay. all right. What'd you say?
I said I wish I could make my bills commit Harry Carey.
Hi,
it's-
folks.
It's always the other way around. That's always the other way around, man.
Hey, did you guys hear that Russia says that it shot down a UFO?
Fucking Putin.
I know you have, Scott, because you're the one
I
that told me
have. I
about this.
sure
Come on,
have.
man. I'm trying to sound like smooth for the radio and shit. No.
Super smooth.
That's never going to happen. Yeah, so this is in Newsweek, which is like
yeah.
a reputable source.
Yeah.
But,
So,
go ahead.
Play that right there, because this will show you the area where they're saying they shot it down. There you go.
What was inside is what
That's
I
what. Yeah, I want to know that too. So from there to there is where they found it. The air base to air base, right?
Honestly, and you guys know, I would love to believe that it's aliens. I bet they probably shot down a drone.
That's what I think.
If that close to an air base, I would be willing.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, that close to air bases and the Ukraine, and you're at war.
Apparently, there is a video of this. Did you catch the video?
I did not. It should be on there though.
Well, I don't think it is actually. There's a still shot of it. This still shot. Supposedly, this is. I think this is a still
That's-
shot from the video, but
Yeah.
apparently, like you can see the thing explode in the video.
That's them. I assume shooting this thing down.
Yep. Shows an object above the southern Russian region of Rostov on January 3rd, 2023. So this is very recent.
Rostov.
Yeah.
Yeah.
something
This
like
was
that.
the 3rd. So
Yeah.
day before yesterday.
Damn.
So who knows, man? It's coming from Russia, and I don't believe a thing those fuckers say. So
I would really love to hear this whole story read by Rip Torn.
yeah, why?
You know, I don't know. I just feel like he's the guy who needs to tell me news from Russia. These
Yeah.
fucking bloody Rostovs and blah, 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 you know, just tearing it up.
Look, another one has gone, someone is heard saying in the clip, which was captioned, another video of the work of Rostov Regional Air Defenses. A witness told the channel how there was a very strong explosion and that everything in the house shook. We realized that the air defenses were in operation.
Wow.
So,
That's right. I guess they do have that air defense system over there, don't they?
yeah, I mean, I would assume so, yeah.
That would explode. Well, then how come no UFO has been shot down
Before?
over Israeli territory?
Because they don't release it to the public.
Excuse me.
I don't know. I'm just going conspiracy theory.
You know,
on
because
Yeah,
I mean,
might as well.
Israel's got the Iron Dome project. That thing is crazy fucking crazy. If you've never seen that thing go, it's just like multiple fucking rail
that's
guns.
Isn't that like the laser thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do
yeah.
lasers and then they shoot all these tracers, and it's
It's for shooting like missiles down, though, right?
this thing shoots everything down.
Anything and everything.
That's fucking crazy.
I'm pretty sure it'd shoot God down. You know?
Hey.
Hey, son.
Like, hey,
Sooner or
humans, I'm
later,
coming. Nope,
God
ain't
will
happening,
push you
motherfucker.
down.
Yeah.
Suppressing fire.
Okay, I got another one to share with you here.
What do you got? Oh, that looks like space dicks.
Oh, Dustin, you got a story that goes along with this. Veterinarians remove... The reason why this is funny to me is because I have a cat who fucking loves hair ties. Veterinarians remove 38 hair ties from a cat's stomach, and then for those of you that aren't
Jesus.
on Spotify or YouTube, we have a video with all 38 of these hair ties that they pulled out of this cat's stomach, and it was funny to me because that is my cat's favorite thing in the world to
Yes.
play with. Like she's got all these other like actual cat toys, which she fucks with those sometimes too. But no, man, like her favorite thing, give me a hair tie. What's your funny hair tie story, Dustin?
Right before I went on Christmas break or vacation, I had a day, one of those snow days where we were at home. And I was working from home this day, and I'm walking through the bedroom. Of course, I'm in my PJs and my undies the whole time while I'm working. And I'm walking through and I see something in the floor and I get to looking and it's a hair tie covered in shit.
That one went right on through.
This little fucker came into my bedroom onto the carpet with a hair tie hanging out of his ass. And then he scooted.
Of course he did. That's what cats do.
The hot ass shit.
He scooted it off out of his ass and into my carpet. And I didn't have any resolve at the time.
Yeah.
That pet shit smell.
Oh, okay.
remover.
I didn't know what was going on here. I didn't have any resolve at the time.
Oh, I sure the fuck didn't when I saw that. I fucking lost my resolve pretty fucking quick. But I had to clean it with something, so I had to make a fucking concoction of shit to clean my floor with.
Oh, I bet.
And scrub it, and then I had to because you got to sacrifice that towel. That towel.
Fuck yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that
it's
towel's
gone.
going in the trash.
But it had to be a towel because there was so much of it, and I had to do so much scrubbing that I would have killed like 5 or 6 washcloths.
I cleaned up so much shit in the first 2 years of my kids' lives. Not only from my kids, but also from my dog who was getting old and like having accidents and shit. Like every day I was cleaning shit up. It got really
You know what's
old.
weird? Since I've gotten back, all of my underwear is gone. I can't find any of it other than what I packed and took with me.
Do you have missing time?
Do I have missing time?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything else in your house missing?
Do you remember seeing a disc-shaped craft above?
I think I'd remember that, bud, because you'd be the first person I would have told.
Have you recently lost your car keys?
Well, you know what? He didn't get my car keys, but he sure got every pair of fucking underwear I didn't take. Somebody broke into my house while I was gone, stole my drawers.
Drawers.
I mean, shit, I would have sold you those.
I've heard a good draws reference.
I mean, if you would have signed up for the premium package at patreon.com/theold77podcast, I would have sent you some of those worn and autographed.
Oh, God.
That's right.
Actually, you would have paid him to not send you those.
Yeah.
Either or, yeah. That works.
But it's the damnedest thing because I didn't put them in. It ain't like I put my fucking drawers in a weird place. You know what I mean? It's just when I reach in because I don't have dressers. I have boxes in my closet that I keep all my and not like those collapsible ones that you can use as a shelf and one of those square things. But I opted to put my records in there instead and just put these on the shelf in the closet.
Excellent choice.
Mm-hmm. And I haven't changed that. And I looked in the wash. I thought maybe I put them in the wash and forgot. No, they're not in the dirty clothes. They're not. The only drawers I got is the ones that's in my suitcase that I took to Mississippi with me.
Damn, that's weird.
Well, that's why I was asking. You got like car keys missing, or if you had anything weird going on?
Just the drawers. I don't know.
Just
what
wondering
the
if
hell.
my guy maybe left. Went over to your house for a little bit to see what's up. Play
Why
with
did you have
cats.
to take my drawers, bro?
Because he does that.
During the commercial break, I was sharing with Biscuit my current favorite hot chick, Livy Dunn. She's a gymnast for
Yes,
LSU.
yes,
She's super hot.
Dave. Dave's super brick right now. Just saying.
These guys are like offering to send her money for like her bath water and like her socks.
That is so fucking. Guys are so fucking. gross.
Yes, it's pretty fucking weird for sure.
Yeah.
Dudes get off on any fucking thing.
Well, just the fact
That's the best part about being a dude. It doesn't take much.
No.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a dude too, and
But it does.
you're right. But it's really gross, actually.
Yes, it is.
It's sad to see your fellow brother go down the wrong path, right?
I mean, any man. I found my girl's dildo before and gave it the old. You know,
okay. It's hers.
okay.
I mean, we're going there, but you probably want to check it out on After
what do we got
Hours, just
here?
saying.
That's right.
Oh. Wow. That took a turn.
Boy, that went south so fast.
But I will
took a turn
admit that
for
it's
the worst.
fucking gross. It's
But,
just
yeah,
gross
you
when you
know.
think about it.
Hey, I know you're not a sports guy. Dustin, are you a football guy? Are you an NFL guy?
I'm an NFL. I'm an all football.
Were you
guy.
watching the game when Hamlin?
the dude who got hit in the chest?
Yeah.
The
Did you
Cincinnati game?
Yeah, Cincinnati and
No, but I
Bills.
heard about it.
I actually, and I'm not a huge NFL guy, but I just so happened I put my boys down, put them to bed, and
Can we
came
show that clip?
And came back downstairs probably.
It's nothing really.
No, it was
crazy.
not a particularly bad hit. I mean, the thing is that he was the one that was tackling. He tackled
Yeah, he
somebody.
He was a safety.
Show a news story.
Yeah. He went into cardiac arrest on the field. They stopped the game.
So the
it's
thing,
postponed.
The thing I heard was that I love this if this is the case, that all the players like formed a shield around him.
They did. Yeah, like a
both
human
sides.
wall.
Both sides. Give
For
that
sure.
dude, the time. Make sure they were doing everything right. From the way it sounds, man, because I've always heard as a kid, you guys have all heard this. You're men. That you got to be careful when you're fucking around with your buddies, because if he hits you or you bump yourself in the chest or something just right,
Here
it
it
can
is.
stop your heart.
Here it is.
So what they said was that like
now keep your eye on number 3.
Yeah. He gets up
Like he took the hit
right there. Right there.
right there.
That's quite the
Now he
hit,
gets.
though.
that's
Now
the
he got
thing.
Not really.
He gets up and then
down he went.
down he went.
Yeah.
And man,
Bill Burr's on the field. Holy shit.
right.
Burr.
So I came downstairs and decided to fucking put the game on. And it was after that had already happened, and they were like showing shots of like outside both teams' locker rooms and how like both coaches were talking to each other and giving each other hugs. And I'm sitting there with my wife like, somebody must have died.
Oh yeah.
Because it was before I figured out what the fuck happened. But
Yeah.
it was. I mean, I've never seen anything like that in a sporting event. Man.
Yeah, it's
So
wild.
supposedly,
I heard today he's like made really good
Yeah.
improvements though.
supposedly what it is in the rhythm of your heart.
Right.
That it's on like the up.
It's a schedule.
When
yeah,
it was
it's a
beat,
cycle.
Yeah, when it goes up, there's like just a
Split second.
minute spot.
Did
that
he
it
get the
hit-
death touch?
Kind of, yeah, almost.
Death touch.
Kind of,
but it's
yeah.
like it was just at that special moment where it just
Oh wow.
They had on one of the news shows today, they interviewed Chris Pronger, who is a Hall of Fame hockey player for the Blues.
Yeah, he was a Blues
He
player.
had a similar incident where he got hit in the chest with a puck.
I remember that.
And the way that he explained it, he didn't go into cardiac arrest, but the way that he explained it is that basically the impact from that puck tricked his heart into thinking it had already beat.
Jesus.
Yeah, and so like, and it fucked up the cycle.
So the whole
Oh,
rhythm
shit.
was messed up.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy shit, and they say it's like a one in a million thing. I mean,
Yeah.
how many football games have been played, and nothing like that's ever
for sure, and
happened.
it probably won't happen again for a really
I sure
long
hope
time.
not, man, because I've never seen that many grown men crying and looking genuinely, terrified for their friend.
I want to see more grown men looking genuinely terrified in this country.
Man, they did.
Fuck.
They did. They were shook. You could tell, man.
That way they can have some
But
fucking
I do
empathy,
think
man.
that was fucking awesome the way that they formed that shield around
Yeah,
him, so that
for
people,
sure.
so that they couldn't show that shit on TV.
No, that's great.
And, the
That's-
people in the stands couldn't see it.
That's actually nice to see.
Yeah.
Especially at that high level.
Yeah. Yeah. And the other thing is that apparently the NFL wanted to resume the game 5 minutes after that all went down, and the players were and the coaches were like, no, fuck no. We're not playing,
and I also
we're not
think
playing
that
a game
the
right now.
doctors got to have a say in that.
No,
too.
they don't. They don't get to say
Well,
say on whether or not a game resumes if a
No,
player
but
gets
that,
injured.
that this dude wasn't coming back.
Oh, that he wasn't coming back? Yeah.
They're like,
no,
well, he
this
ain't
guy's
coming-
not coming back.
This cat ain't coming back.
But it sounds like hopefully he will come back.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's apparently made good recovery. I guess he's been awake.
Yeah, he's
and
talking alert, right?
I think, yeah.
That's good.
So fuck, man, that was some
But
crazy
that's also
shit.
a huge game. That
Right,
game
it's
there
very consequential.
decided
Yeah.
a lot of things, and they just kind of want to let it go.
Yeah, explain that to me, because so Buffalo is what, 12 and
it's big for the
three.
Chiefs.
They're one
The
of the-
Bengals are 11 and 2.
They're both really good teams.
Yeah.
Bengals are one of the teams that beat the Chiefs this year.
It does
Never thought you'd
selfishly
say that.
work out.
Do what?
It does kind of work out in our favor.
In the
Does
Chiefs'
it?
favor?
I mean, I don't want to play the Bengals in the
Sitting here
playoffs.
scratching
Yeah.
his arm crack.
No, still at the same time,
I mean-
the game should go on. Shit
I'm
happens.
not okay. I'm
Yeah.
not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination, but I am acknowledging the fact that not having to play Cincinnati
Again.
again,
Yeah.
is kind
No,
of.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. And I also get what you're saying, Biscuit. No, I do think that they should play the game, but I think it should, as much as possible, should be on their time frame.
Yeah,
Those people that went through that and
but depending on what happens with the other
No,
games,
I
it may.
think everything should go back to normal.
It may be a moot game though, depending on what happens with the rest of the game.
But do you think that they should have like resumed the game 5 minutes after all that went down? Like the NFL
maybe not
wanted
5
to?
minutes. Give it a little bit, but continue the game.
Yeah,
shit happens. That's part of it.
Well, like I said,
it all goes back to like you're paid millions of dollars.
Yeah.
It is a sport.
It
Once
needs
again,
to be resumed.
You fucking chose.
What
to
if he
play
died?
this.
Like we didn't know if he was going to die at that moment.
I think
didn't
they
know.
all thought he was dead.
They
or
probably
was about
thought
to
he
die.
was about to die, and for
Play
that,
ball.
Well, he probably did look dead on the field.
If he would like, no, I would not say continue the game.
If he like actually died, that's different.
Yeah,
but like,
can you imagine if that was somebody that you were very, very close with, and they just got hauled off in an ambulance, and then they came up to you and were like, "Hey, play football right now."
I mean, it'd be like if one of us
that would be
croak
hard.
in the middle of the show.
That would be hard.
That would be a rough one.
I respect them for not continuing the game.
Sure.
I mean, I also see your point of view too, but
how long has it been now?
That was a Monday night game, so 4 nights.
It should be played by now.
It should be played. It should
They're
be
not.
resumed
I don't
by
think
now.
they're going to resume it. I think they're
just
waiting
wanted
to
to
see what
just-
happens if it's a necessary game, because it might not even be a necessary game after
Right.
all the other games are played.
Right.
So I think if it ends up being an unnecessary game,
then they probably won't.
Then they're probably not going
But
to
if
play
it is necessary, I think that's
I can,
okay.
I can get down with that.
Yeah, I
sure,
think that's
but,
okay.
You know,
Now I'm not sure that that's what's happening. I'm just saying
But
I
yeah, if
believe
in that-
from what I.
But no, I
believe I've
agree.
seen.
Like if playoff spots were determined by the outcome of that game, I would also say that they need to somehow squeeze it in.
Yeah, for sure.
Where do you
Otherwise,
start
it's
at,
not
though?
fair to all the other teams in the league.
Do you start all over? Or do you?
No, I would think they would pick it up from where that play happened at.
Yeah, see, that'd be a difficult one.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm
you start
assuming,
all over,
but I
or
don't
you
know.
just-
Has anything like that ever happened before, where they've had to call a game in the middle of the game and
Surely.
then like
Sure.
resume it
Yeah.
on a different day?
Yeah, there's been postponements.
Well, yeah, of course there have,
But
not
nothing-
in a situation like this.
Yeah.
though.
I bet
Especially
there
like
has.
with lightning and shit.
And don't call me Shirley.
Oh, I know all about lightning delays where I work.
You may be sure, but
Yeah.
you ain't pretty.
Hell, even WrestleMania got held up last year on a lightning delay.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
they don't fuck around with lightning.
No, they don't mess around with lightning delays.
Yeah, for like an hour.
no.
Like we got the whole video package, the whole shebang, getting us all right. We're pumped. We're live in the arena and we're on a rain delay. And
Right. Dave, what is it? It's for collegiate sports. If they're outside, if there's a lightning strike, that's an automatic evacuate the field. Everyone's off for 30 minutes.
Something like
That's
that.
a pausing game for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I
and
think
then
it's-
every time a lightning strikes thereafter, they reset the clock.
Correct. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's either 15 or 30 minutes.
I was thinking 30.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds right.
So sometimes you can have like a 3-hour lightning delay.
Yeah. Yeah, they will not let them back on the field.
Like
That's respectful.
I was around for a game at Wyoming one year where the game was supposed to, I think it was supposed to, the whole game was supposed to start at like 11. Lightning pushed it back to 1 a.m. start our time, and the game then
that was
went-
just this season, right?
No, that was
Oh.
that was several
Oh,
seasons
okay,
ago.
okay.
And then the game itself went into 4 overtimes.
Yeah.
And so
wow.
it was 5:30 in the morning by the time I walked out of there.
Yeah. We had a game.
Holy
We
shit.
had a game this past football season that
Yeah,
was
it
comparable.
went really long. Oh, do you remember? It was a couple of years ago. We had was it a baseball or a softball game? And I think you were the one that engineered it.
18 innings.
Yeah, it was so
I was
long.
on that game. Yeah, I did an 18-inning baseball game.
That was
once.
long as shit.
Yeah, 2 for the price of 1.
Yeah,
baby.
you got 2 games and in one.
Yeah.
Oh man, that sucks.
They ran out of pitchers in the bullpen, so they just started bringing in the 7 dwarfs.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the fucking
Curly,
water cooler
dopey.
kid.
But
Yeah.
you like baseball though, so
I
mean,
love baseball.
It doesn't suck as much. See, I'm thinking on like my terms. Oh god, this is so boring.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are times when I have those same thoughts, especially if I'm listening to baseball at work and it's a team that I don't give a shit about. Yeah, I have those same
You
things.
ever see like people how bored people get at soccer games that they're stacking?
No,
up
because I
cups
never
and
watch
shit?
soccer.
Nobody does either. when they're in the stand.
People were doing that shit at like Wrigley Field or some shit this past baseball season.
That's
Guys were
because
doing
your
it.
sport is boring, y'all. Just admit it.
No, I totally understand why people don't like baseball. It makes total
baseball
sense
is an
to me.
excuse to drink.
Yeah,
It
sure.
is.
I could turn baseball on like if I'm doing something
Yeah,
and
it's a-
having background
It's
noise.
a game that you can have on in the background, and you don't have to watch every single thing that happens.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
part of the beauty of baseball for me.
like NASCAR.
Sure. Yeah.
You watch till the
absolutely.
wreck happens, and then
Yeah, you wait for
continue on. Let them run their
You wait for
500
the collision
laps.
at home plate. Wait for the home
Yeah.
run. You know.
And there'll be
Yeah.
times in football I'll be in the kitchen cooking something. I'll start hearing the announcers start talking real excited, and I'll come running in.
Oh, of course.
What's happening?
Yeah, if they get loud.
Yeah.
I guess there's still. I guess
JR starts screaming at the side.
But you know something? I want to tell you guys something. I noticed something this past weekend. I had to leave in the middle of a ball game. I had to go do something and then come back. So I caught a lot of it on the radio.
Yep.
And I can understand when you guys say you like the radio guys better than the TV guys, because when I got back and switched it back to TV, I was thinking, man, I did like listening to the radio guys a lot better.
It's something
than
about it. Listening to it on the radio.
You know,
you're
that,
just like,
that TV guy, he's not hanging out with the team. He's there for the game.
Yeah.
The radio crew has been traveling with the team. They know some of these guys now at this point.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they know how to call them. When they talk stories about them, they know because they were probably with them the night before.
Cardinals are looking
You
for a
know?
new TV announcer since our previous
Hey.
one got his third DWI.
Hey, is John Rooney still there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met John Rooney because my dad and him are buddies.
Yeah, John's a good dude.
Yeah.
I like him. I've met him a couple times.
Yeah. He wears suits that are way too big for him.
I
though.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, so and, apparently the rumor on the street is that they tried to offer that Cardinals TV gig to Bob Costas and he turned it down. And apparently the rumor is that they tried to offer it to Joe Buck and he turned it down. Which
Well, those
thank
guys are both
God.
too big for that.
Bob
Yeah.
Costas, though, like
He's a St. Louis guy.
Yeah, but they're both too big for that.
They're both they're both kind of past
know.
their prime type guys, especially Bob Costas.
Yeah,
I
yes,
met Bob
but
Costas
also
once.
he's kind of an ass. But
Costas?
also, I mean, he's doing things for HBO. He's doing stuff like that. He ain't gonna have time to come do
Does he
every
still do this
fucking
sports show?
every sport that they have. That's
Yeah, he has a show on HBO right now.
for me,
I think. Maybe.
the stadium announcer John Hewlett. He does a morning show on KC95. Does a weekend thing on KC.
That's the Busch Stadium guy. Yeah,
And U-Man is the Busch Stadium announcer. Has been for damn near a decade.
He's got a TV. They do a TV show called Cardinals Insider, and he's the host of that too.
Yeah.
Seems like a cool guy.
Yeah, he's an all right dude.
Yeah, have you met him?
He's a quirky cat. Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely is a quirky cat. Yeah.
Speaking of the St. Louis market, the Point 105.7, they had the morning show, the Rizzuto, the Riz show. Their guy Tony Patrico. I just heard this the other day. Patrico is on a 50,000 watt, station like the Point. He was sending listeners texts because they do a lot of texter stuff. Hey, free tickets for titties, type thing. And he was sending shit like that out. And I guess there was a couple of websites and Facebook pages that just started up like, fuck Tony Patrico.
Oh, shit.
And totally dragging him under the bus. And his bosses pulled him in and asked
They
him,
fire
and he
him?
was like, yeah. So then they immediately canned him, put a statement up on the webpage and everything.
Damn.
See, I think that's harmless.
But like 2 weeks out, this dude had a baby. He'd just gotten married, and like you
Yeah.
can tell that like they were putting timelines to the stuff he was saying. Like, yeah, we just came back from our honeymoon, and somebody put like his honeymoon up here with his titty pic, whatever he was sending to this one gal, and it's like that was 2 weeks after his kid was born.
People on the internet are ruthless, man.
That's harmless, though.
That's ladies who are just pissed off, and they are way better at
They're mad
Do you think
that
that's
their
why
titties
women are
won't get
so
them
good
tickets.
at
No,
like,
they're mad that he even asked.
Do you think that's why women are so good at like solving true crime? Like
That's what I was getting at. Yeah,
they
those girls are going to be way better than the fucking FBI.
Yeah, they get into it, man.
Fuck yeah.
And it's
Fuck
pretty
yeah.
cool that we live in a day and age where, like, if there's a case that is well known enough, regular people like you and me can like contribute to solving it.
They
That's
shoot
pretty
it out
cool.
to the internet, and a lot of people pick up on it.
Yeah, and they find
I mean,
leads.
don't get me
people on the
wrong.
internet have a lot of time that detectives don't have.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
and I've
so
got a
many
great
more-
example of that.
so many more eyes looking at it.
I think it was the Mayan, Aztec, wherever down in South America. They just found a giant Mayan, Aztec like civilization still completely buried. People have been LiDAR scanning it,
Yeah.
and then they've uploaded it to the internet, and people are just actively going through it, and somebody found it. So we've uncovered an entire rainforest civilization that we haven't been to yet.
Yeah, that's awesome. I saw
pyramids, outbuildings, all sorts of shit, man.
I get Missouri Conservationists. They mail it to me every month, and there was an article in there that the Department of Conservation is using LiDAR to survey the land and whatnot.
That LiDAR is going to change things.
Oh, that's good, man. You can't hide a body no more.
Well, I was going to say, wait till your phone is able to use LiDAR on you and you can get fitted for a suit.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Be so fucking good.
Right?
Shoes.
So you just sit your phone a certain distance
As hard
away
as it is
from
for me to get a suit, you have no idea how much I would love it.
And then you can order that shit online and have it shipped to you.
Yeah.
I am a suits guy. I like my suits.
You like to dress up?
I do, man. If I was a loaded
fucking hate
man, I would be like Barney from How I Met Your Mother with 9,000 suits.
I would like to be, but I don't think I would.
I'm way too casual for
Yeah.
that shit. If I'm wearing a suit, somebody's probably died.
Occasionally,
I literally dress down to come here.
If I'm wearing a suit, I'm getting a lot.
I was
of
wearing
sex.
a suit today.
Yeah, okay.
Just saying.
Does the wifey like the suits?
Yes.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
How I appear on here is not how I appear in real life.
Oh well, thank you for churching it up for us.
With the What the Famicom shirt tonight.
Hey, by the way, What the Famicom, a shout out to my buddy Dan and his podcast, What the Famicom.
Okay, so it's a podcast. Cool.
It's a friend of mine. He's done our show a lot of times.
They talk about video games, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
It's a show it's a show about or a podcast about video games for people who hate video games.
I love his
interesting.
logo. It
That's-
fits with our old logo.
Absolutely.
Oh, hey, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, same era.
Same concept.
Yeah, man.
And these guys are hilarious. Like, I love their show. He was Third Man Dan on Guns and Radio for a while, but he hadn't been on in a couple of years. But for a while there, he was on like every other week, and I loved working with him, and I love listening to his work.
Yeah.
Away from us as well.
Yeah, nice. Okay,
Very
I'll have
good
to check
show.
them
I
out.
highly recommend.
I have to check them out.
What is it again? Give us one more time.
What the Famicom? WT Famicom.
Yeah,
There you go.
which for those that don't know, Famicom is like the Japanese name for Nintendo, right? Isn't that
Yeah, it
what
was
they
the
called
original.
it in Japan?
What they originally called a Nintendo when it first came out.
Yeah, yeah.
If you listen to any of them, I recommend their holiday gift guides. It's a bunch of bullshit gifts that they make up, but they tell it about like what gamers want this year, and it's the shit they come up with is hilarious.
It's really not what gamers want, I assume.
I just remember the Drildo was my favorite.
The Drildo.
The Drildo.
You know, I take that back. It really is what gamers want.
You guys have seen those pulse massager things that have become really popular?
Yeah, those are, dude. I had my ex-girlfriend had.
I've
one
heard
of those.
people like to hook sex toys up to those things.
She got it in the divorce, but man,
Why am I looking? Why am I looking at you, Scott?
I have no idea.
You are my
man.
source when it comes to anything kinky.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Anything kinky,
no
I'm talking
idea.
to that guy.
dude, when
That's my
I
guy.
would work out and shit, and my muscles would get sore, those things, and the shock pads. I love the
Oh, yeah,
shock
yeah.
pads when I got back from the gym. Especially if I'd pulled a muscle or hurt something to where I am not working this out tomorrow.
Those are weird.
Like the shock pads would just feel so fucking.
You
good.
talking about the things that actually shock you?
Yeah. Electrotherapy.
Actually, I think I have some of those in my
Move your
medicine
muscles
cabinet.
for you.
I forget that
Probably.
I have those things, but I do.
My
Yeah.
pads lost their stickiness, and I had to throw my whole thing away because it was just
Yeah.
cheaper to buy a new one.
Yeah. Well, that was the first.
pad.
I've only been to the chiropractor one time, but that was the first thing they did to me when I got there.
That's what. Yeah, I've been to the chiropractor like 4 times.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I know you have to keep going.
So they say. Maybe
like-
that's just a fucking conspiracy by the
Man,
chiropractor.
I don't think you do.
Yeah, they would like
know.
pop my back and my neck, and then just be like, okay, we're gonna put like these like shock pad, like then we're gonna do some like shock therapy, and it would just like tense my muscles up, and I'm like, nope, shit still fucking hurts.
What do you do to deal with the soreness when you're working out competitively?
Don't be a bitch.
Just plow through it.
Yeah,
That's the
Wait,
first
is
thought
there-
that comes into your head every
Is there
morning.
any
Don't
kind
be
of
a bitch.
supplement that you can take, or any kind of
glutamine's always a good one. It helps with like
something to keep the
recovery.
soreness down?
I mean, you're just gonna have soreness. You're like, it's
Doesn't
just your-
creatine help?
Yes and no. Creatine
Marijuana.
just holds. Yeah,
Yeah.
It just like kind of helps like hold like water.
Yeah.
Anytime you get water into like your muscles and stuff like that, of course it's gonna
Yeah.
like.
Does
help
drink?
with-
Does eating protein after a hard workout? Does that help reduce the?
soreness? No, but it's
soreness?
gonna help like your body like that's where you're going to get a lot of your muscle from.
Yeah, I knew that.
Just put it. The more protein you have in your body is basically the more fuel for your body.
Yeah, man.
So a lot of the muscle tear is going to cause a lot of lactic acid buildup. What about like cherries and things that kind of bring that, kind of tone that lactic acid down and things?
I don't know. I mean,
tell us about cherries, Biscuit.
He doesn't feel pain, so he doesn't have to deal with it.
Fuck no, he doesn't. Fuck no, he doesn't.
Biscuit
I mean,
will be back.
Like, yeah, the lactic acid is just, I mean, it's all about how like hard you work out. I mean, if you start to not feel it, it's the same way like some people will take like Advil before a workout.
Yeah.
To where you don't feel
Just
that.
to hit it
That's-
ahead of time.
yeah, That
Yeah.
is super fucking dangerous.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's
you
fun.
tear
during the
something,
time.
you don't know you tore it until after the fact.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Especially if it's your groin.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Just
Ooh.
saying.
that.
I mean, that
Boys.
can easily happen.
Boys,
Speaking of groins.
are we sticking around for after hours?
Absolutely.
All right,
I
let's
live
make
here.
that happen.
Let's do it.
I live here.
It's been a fun one. It's been a great episode, guys.
It has been. It's already
What number is this one? 138.
What number is this one? This one is 138, brother.
Okay, wow, I actually got it right.
138 in the book.
Gang, gang.
Thank
Check
you,
us-
everybody, for listening. Go
Check
ahead,
us
Scott.
out at patreon.com/the old77 podcast, because there you can get after hours and all that good stuff. We'll be on over there. We'll see you later.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
Oh, shit, we ran out of music.
Darn.
Play us out on your ukulele.
There you go.
I got to get it out of the case. Fuck
That's
that.
okay.
No.
Aw. What an epic ending. Don't deny us this, Dave.
I know. Well, I've got to fucking rip.
He's like, I
Take your
really
broken
want to.
arm
I don't want to right now.
Fling that ukulele.
The moment's lost.